as you all are currently inside Wan Shi Tong's library. Wan Shi Tong will bend down to you all. You all can take that book if you need, if it will deem you helpful in your travels. Also, feel free to keep looking for anything else you might want in the library.
Didn't we meet this guy before?
No. This is a large owl man. It was from last session.
He looks like a guy from Avatar: Last Airbender.
He is.
Ah! Oh, good. Okay, cool. Alright. Where are our characters placed on here, or am I blind?
Currently, no, because you guys fled, but we're not going to need it as a battle map. This is just visual representation of the area of the library that you guys were in.
Gotcha.
But in this library currently, there's still some cats wearing the little glass bowls on their head, jumping and dancing around the library, putting books back where they belong that have been left out on the table or scattered from your combat. Mm-hmm. So, the library is yours to search for information, if you so need.
I know what I want to look for.
What is it?
They call it the Little Blue Book. It's a book on how to make a certain potion.
Oh. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Go ahead and give me an investigation check, and you can do so at advantage because the assistants will help you try to locate the book.
Investigation. Oh my god. Hell yeah, dude. So is it just at advantage already, or do I need to do something?
You have to click advantage yet. On the bottom left.
The bottom. Oh, advantage. Oh, okay, I see.
Mm-hmm.
Investigation.
So it takes you a little bit of time of digging up and down, but eventually you find what looks to be a pamphlet of untold knowledge and power for the Little Blue Pill, untold by the Little Blue Book. As you pull out this pamphlet, you sort of read over it. You're a fairly intellectual person, being an artificer. You feel, given enough time and material, you could probably create some of these. So I would like you to go ahead and make a medicine check to see if you can retain the knowledge. Unless you would like to try to steal the book.
No. I'd see if I can get a good roll here. Oh.
You're like writing some of the things down, cross-referencing it, looking back and forth, and you're like, I can do this, 100%.
So we can look for anything while we're in here?
It didn't work.
Anything that might exist within the library itself.
I look for a book on how to be a better captain.
Ooh, okay. Go ahead and give me an advantage in investigation check.
Alright, advantage investigation. No skills.
You start searching through, and eventually you find a section detailing salt marsh and a land in a material plane that is heavily involved with sailing ships. It's a land that has this commerce between merchants and pirates and thieves and a whole bunch of pirates and other sort of captains alike. And as you start looking through, you're flipping through, you pull a book off, and it sort of brings back like a flashback for a moment. As the book, the front page, it looks like a ship you've seen before. Mm-hmm. And as soon as you flip it open, it details Edward Kenway.
Oh,
it
look at that.
details an unfortunate event that had happened with his boat, leaving the captain never to be seen again.
Was I the captain?
As you're sort of reading this, it's filling in holes that have been long forgotten for you. You're reading through of how the book details a storm was here, And in this like typhoon, this whirlpool, this ship that you had sort of led had crumbled in two and sank to the bottom of the ocean. It details more of this information alongside other sort of techniques that would have been used, possibly to prevent some things like that from happening. Little did the book know of more events that circumvented that, but you sort of get a little bit of knowledge about your past in searching for the answers here.
Who's the author of the book?
I want you to make... This is actually a pretty good one. Make an insight check.
Can I get advantage?
Yes, you can.
Yeah, let's go. Can I re-roll that?
If you want to use your lucky.
Yes. Do I get advantage again or no?
No, just one more free roll.
That's better.
This is the name that you find, and as you're sort of looking at it, it sort of looks in your mind like the name is scrambled up.
You chase, sir. I go to Birdman and I ask him if he knows who the author is.
If you say, sir, I do not know who this is. It was one of their only works.
Interesting. Do you know of anyone who might know, or where we can look?
He does not have any sort of like idea about that. He's like, not sure where even this book came across from, but they could be anywhere. It is a vast world.
Good to know.
But also, for your knowledge, you feel this name. What's that called when the letters are out of place?
It's out of order.
Yeah, when they're out of order. Like anagram, right?
Yeah. Oh, is that what that means?
So you sort of feel like this isn't a name. This is one of those that's been shifted around.
Trying to I'm looking at it to see if it spells out anything.
Anyone else like to look for anything in the meantime?
E1.
Alright, so I got like, I think two books in mind.
Okay.
One is to find about the 9 hells,
Okay.
and the other one. Oh yeah, the other one is more about this person's individual, which Cyril Ali,
The Halfling God.
yeah, want to know more about his cleric powers and beast domain.
Yeah, it was the god of luck, right, and virtue
Yeah.
for the halflings. Okay.
Yeah.
So go ahead and make an investigation check at advantage.
Okay.
And this will net you different knowledge depending on the roll. I'm sort of putting them into ranges.
Is that investigation?
Yep.
I'm gonna cast guidance on myself.
Okay. Because the one that's harder to find the knowledge about would definitely be the god. Okay, pretty good. You're digging through, and you find a sort of pamphlet, like a brochure, or a collection of them that detail different gods. And as soon as you pull up that the whole bunch of them you're flipping through, trying to see what gods are here and if yours is possibly within these bounds. You do find one for your current deity, which I'm trying to find what the symbol looks like. What was the name one more time, Liz?
Zarol Ali.
Sarol Lali Halfling. Yes. Domains being life and peace. The symbol is that of an open door, as you see on this pamphlet. And as you are sort of looking over, you see a halfling walking through the open door, face forward towards you, almost like walking in your direction. And for a moment, you close your eyes and you open them back up. You blink really rapidly, and it's almost like this halfling is walking towards you. And then they smile at you and nod on the piece of paper before snapping back into the frame. The Nine Hells, you find a pamphlet, or not a pamphlet, it's more of like an instructional diagram of how to get there. Each of the Nine Hells, residing somewhere in the astral space, have been mapped out by some previous adventurers that if you jump anywhere on the left half of the map, so let me open up the map for you all. If you are on the left half of the map, you find a way to hold your breath, and then you just dive and sink all the way down, just going deeper and deeper and deeper. Eventually, you land in the first layer of the Nine Hells. Venturing deeper and deeper leads you to the lower layers. You also...
To the fire direction?
Yes, on that left half where the fire is.
Okay.
You also sort of find something of similar note for two others, one being the Abyss, on the right side of the map. If you find some way to hold your breath and dive deep down, you will be led to the first layer of the Abyss, which is infinite layers of chaos. The last one you find is the Heavenly Realm. If you manage to hold your breath, garter whatever way, and find movement to go straight up, you can find yourself within the Heavenly Realms. And there's multiple different Heavenly realms.
Can I correlate that potentially one of these heavenly realms is where Zaroli is?
I don't believe she would be in a heavenly realm, actually. Some gods tend to live amongst the people. Some tend to live in different planes of peace and harmony. I think looking at the domains that she would reside over, with being an open door as her symbol. Actually, this is something new for me, too. I wasn't planning on using this in this campaign, but I think at some point will become part of it. I think you might find this individual in a more peaceful sanctuary, per se. One through an open door. Where that door is, it's there waiting for you to find. So go on to the next person.
When everyone's done, I got one last question for the Birdman.
Okay. Baron or Cordell?
What am I supposed to do again?
Is there any book you would like to be searching for within the library? any knowledge you would like to try to gain?
I don't think so.
No? Okay.
I'm a simple fighter.
Fair
Life
enough.
is about fighting and using my guns.
Fair enough. So, Baron.
I'll start with the easy one.
Which one would that be?
Vampires.
Vampires?
Yep.
I feel like in holding this sort of ritual, showing him that you guys had recovered it, it'd be pretty easy to find where it went. And you guys make your way over. You make your way over there to where the ritual had been put, and you see a whole wall, a lot of them detailing the planes and events of the Shadowfell. One of the books detailing the overthrow of Strahd and the looking for a successor. It details some of the weaknesses of vampirism, being you can't get in water or sunlight, you can't get into a house without being invited in. These very simple things that limit a vampire from being their full potential. You know that they have regenerative properties, but only if they have not suffered radiant ability. And apart from that, everything else seems standard apart from shape-shifting. They can turn into wolves and or bats. They can command packs of bats and wolves, as you've previously seen in your fight.
Moon God.
Moon gods. Probably shuffling over to where Garrett is. One of the books that you would find is one that details the moon gods. Two of them, to be precise, Saloon and the Moonweaver. As you open the book about the Moonweaver, you notice something in particular. A lot of the pages have been ripped out. It seems like it was hastily done from some of the tears, and it seems to be the later part of the books. Mainly overviewing her planes of existences that she would have ruled, oversights, powers, potentials. And the Book of Saloon is also missing a couple of pages that deals with the correlation and linkage with maybe the pact that the two of the moon goddesses would have had to sort of keep harmony and not step on each other's toes. But now all of that seems to be out the window. Something has been thrown into disarray, because it was never like this before. I think, let me see if I have the picture too on here already. I don't have the picture. I will drop it on Discord here in a minute. Or I'll put it in. You find the name of the Moonweaver is a elven goddess named Sehanine. And I can put that in there too. Sehanine.
Are you also the planet killer?
This person, well, from the image I'm going to show you, she looks different than all those other elves that you've seen, the astral elves.
I thought all elves looked the same.
Oh, that's racist. Oh, I did have it in here. What the heck? What? Oh, I just didn't make an image out of it yet. I'm a dingus. So, is there anything else in particular that you'd be looking for between these two goddesses?
Probably just their alignment.
Alignment?
Their role in the world. Both universe
So both of them, the Moonweaver is chaotic good, and the Moonweaver, excuse me, Saloon is, I think, true neutral, or lawful neutral. But this is the picture of Sehanine that you would find. Saloon is chaotic good, excuse me. And it seems that Saloon sort of provides the moons for the mortal realms, while Sehanine provides the moons for all the others. But she does have one large moon that does appear on occasion in mortal realms that acts as the guiding light for the people that are lost in the night. Her domains also include somewhat of trickery. So, actually both of them are chaotic good. So, they both share the same alignment. Saloon's is more for travelers and people looking to the moon for a way forward with their adventure, good growth and reliance and protection in the night. To where Sehanine, the Moonweaver, sort of provides a way for those that get lost. She will be the person that gives you the comfortable feeling that there's always something out there watching above in the dark scariness of the night. And I think Moonweaver would also be a little bit more tricky and playful compared to Saloon. Anything else there, Baron?
The water typhoon and the large entity I saw.
So this is one I need you to give me an investigation check. You can do it at advantage, but the DC is very high. You're searching and looking, you're trying to find any sort of direction. There doesn't seem to be much known about these entities. And just as you're sort of giving up hope, you hear a meow. And you look down and you see a cat holding a book between its paws. And as you flip through, you're not seeing anything until you flip and you see this large black tentacled entity that's drifting through space. And you're looking at where this would have been taken place, where this would have been anywhere. You're flipping through the pages around, and you see something in the distance. You're sort of examining the picture as hard as you can. And you notice a star in the far background. It's a larger star. That's about it, though. And I want you to make, in addition to that, go ahead and make a history check. You're just not sure where you've seen it before, but you feel like you might have seen it.
Why didn't we see his dice roll?
You rolled in the tower.
Oh. I didn't know you could do that.
Yeah, if you want. No one, you won't. You don't get to see your own roll either.
Okay.
He rolled a 19 for the first one, just so you know.
Oh, that's scary.
That's what a 19 got. There's just really not much, if anything.
I'm good.
Okay.
I got one more question. So
You,
as the Birdman was sitting down all this, I was deciphering these letters.
okay.
Because you're talking about Moonweaver, I asked the Birdman, does Chase Weaver mean anything to you?
Oh, you're one letter short, buddy. You're missing the E.
Missing the E. Where the fuck am I missing the E?
You're missing the E at the second E, at the third E.
Oh.
There's 2 E's in Weaver. He's like, I don't believe I've heard of that one.
Damn
Good
it.
try, though.
I want to say it. I'm not.
Chase Weave?
I put them into 2 words for you, just so you know.
Well, I know, but you put the characters for each of the word in both of those. Fuck. Oh,
The words themselves are not scrambled. The letters between the words are not scrambled.
so those are 2 words.
Correct.
The letters are scrambled per word.
Correct.
Fuck. Okay.
I'll tell him if he gives up.
Hold on. Wave. Wave's the first one.
Correct.
Come on.
Alright.
I wonder if there's someone that you've heard of recently that has Wave in their name.
Yeah, I can't remember. But it's R-A-S. No, you can't.
You want me to just throw it out there for you, John?
I got the first one.
Yeah, the first word is definitely wave. Daniel can throw it out there. I can throw it out there.
Lewis can throw it out there.
I saw it now. I thought of it.
I think it makes it even better.
Wave Cacher?
You're so close.
John, I am not taking you to Wheel of Fortune with me to see Vanna
I
White. If
was about to say, I think it would be a lot of fun to get John to play.
You're so close. You're like 2 letters off.
Well, C-S-H-E-R, because that's caching. That's not it.
Don't let John play Wordle. Got it.
No, we're definitely playing Wordle. Next time we get together and we do Jackbox.
Is one of the games like Wordle-like?
Yes. I think there.
Which one is it again?
There's the password word inside. That one's just a mini game inside of trivia.
R-A-C-E-S-H, racist.
It starts with a C.
No, John.
I think you only have to switch 2 letters and it makes the word.
Yep.
C-R-A-S-H-E?
Alright, so as John will try to figure that out.
When I went through school, I was smart with math, not English.
You gotta switch your 0 and 3 position, bud.
Okay. Alright. Okay, so...
To be fair, I was kind of like that in school
Wave
too.
Chase? No, can't be.
What'd you just say?
It can't be. C-H-A-S-E... Is it Wave Chaser?
Ding, 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 ding. Get him a give him a medal.
There we go. I was close.
This seems to be a book fabricated by Wave Chaser.
Okay, so I asked Birdman about Wave Chaser.
I'm gonna roll for him. I believe his name is Scaran Wave Chaser. If that is the infamous person that you are noting. A pirate captain, notorious assassin, thief, mage, from, oh well, Saltmarsh, to be fair. But he hasn't been seen in a long time.
Does he have any other books?
Not that I would know of. And you're also assuming that if he probably had another book, it probably wouldn't be using his name.
Where do you know where he would have been last been? You said the
Salt Marsh.
What's that?
It's a material plane that exists. I believe the closest link to Saltmarsh, he thinks for a moment, is through the elemental plane of water.
Okay. Alright. Is that where we're going today or no?
That's up to you guys. I thought you guys had
You're
also
the
talked
captain.
about other things. About joining the thieves' guilds and whatnot.
Oh, we gonna get the Grey Cow Nocturnal?
Mm.
We join the Thieves Guild? Or am I the only one who knows what that is?
Yep.
So you don't. So in the Elder Scrolls series, in Oblivion and Skyrim, you have the notorious Grey Fox, and it's the person who wears the Grey Fox or Grey Cow of Nocturnal. No one can recognize him, and you can steal whatever you want. But as soon as you take the mask off, you're just like a completely different person. It like changes who you are. You should look it up. It actually makes it pretty cool to have.
Okay. We'll see.
So, but it's a Thieves Guild thing in the Elder Scrolls series. It's pretty nifty. But, anyways. I don't care, wherever you guys want to go. I did mean to ask Cordell, since I was not here for the last session, how did the new pistol work out?
New pistol works out great.
Fantastic.
I was able to shoot stuff and shoot more stuff. Yeah, I got to shoot a lot of stuff.
We need to go back to, what do you call it? Our home base, whatever that, I can't remember.
Spelljammer Hall.
Thank you. Because I was at the pub talking to our DM, and he told me my revolver at certain death can be enchanted. So with the gloves that I used, did you give to me, by the way, Pat?
Oh yeah, I didn't know who was taking all that stuff. A lot of it's sitting in the party sheet still. But I did up your gun on your sheet actually has all the stats and stuff now.
Okay, I see the gun. So I was going to do the +2 gloves, and then what I want to do is I want to enchant the gun, which you said I can do currently for a +1, which will then make it +3 enchantments.
Yep.
Our conversation. So I will go to Spelljammer Hall to enchant my revolver of certain death.
Okay. So as it's also been like a very long time since you guys have slept too, so I think it'll be a good time for you guys to recover. So if you guys are heading back to the ship, I want everyone to make a perception check.
Oh, so close.
You know what? I'm gonna nat
Okay.
another DA here.
That is a failure, by the way, Garrett. So you do get the knack back.
Okay.
Edward and Cordell, as you guys are Edgeworth and Cordell, as you guys sort of climb back up the tower and float up and then fly out onto your ship again, you hear Jerry through one of the doors mumbling, "Oh yeah, I think we're at some library. I don't quite know where. Yeah." And then he goes quiet. And then you hear him again through the doorway. "Well, I thought we were going to be going back to Spelljammer Hall soon. I hope so. I need some meat. It's been a minute." "Oh yeah, you know, are you going to be there?" And you just kind of hear him through the doorway. He's like behind a closed door. And then you probably hear him one more time. Oh, what do you mean you're not going to be there? Oh, you're the voice in my head. You're supposed to be there. Yeah, that's pretty much what you would hear for the meantime.
Does anybody else think it's a good idea to walk in on Jerry, or we think we're going to see something we're not supposed to see?
Who's our stealthiest man?
I'm the stealthiest man. I can get in there.
I think stealthiest man should probably make his way to the place where things belong.
Remember, the captain is also an assassin. I can get in anywhere and detect it. I'll do it.
So you're on your ship, and it'd be like one of the lower deck level rooms. You can kind of hear, now that you've been pointed out by the other two, you can kind of hear Jerry mumbling through the door.
So can I stealth my way in then?
Yeah, make a stealth check. You kind of hear Jerry's like, "Hello? You there? Where you go? What are you doing? What you up to? Are you pooping?" So, Edward Kenway, you open the door. You kind of see Jerry. He's got his back turned. He's like walking against the wall, and he's like holding his head, like, "Hello? Jerry's here. Are you?" And he's just like talking to himself, seemingly.
Should I say anything to him? I'll go up. I'll tap his shoulder.
I say you confront him. You're the captain.
I'll tap his shoulder. Let's scare the shit out.
He goes,
I don't.
"Ah!" And he spins around real quick. He falls to the ground. Captain, what are you doing here?" Jerry was talking to his friend.
Who's your friend, Jerry? Who's
Jer-
your friend?
I don't know what his name is. He talks in me head like you do sometimes. It's my imaginary friend he is.
What's his, you don't wait. He said he doesn't know his name.
I don't know what his name is. He sounds all subtle and seductress though.
Ah, a voice
How
of
long
silk.
has this been going on?
Oh, do he go? I don't know how many days have passed because there's no moon. It's been going on since Mechanics.
It's mechanics.
So when you guys went to the plane that had all the gears turning on it, and you ran into your buddy Aquarius.
You stayed on the ship. Did someone board our ship?
Jerry didn't say nothing.
It could be a spell. It could be. What is that? Was that one spell that where you project a message into someone's mind?
There is sending.
Yeah. So, are we? Would any of us be able to? Could I use like a detect? Oh shit! Could I use a detect magic to see if he's under a spell or anything like that?
Yeah, I mean, if you have detect magic, you cast it.
I think I do. I think I do.
Edward, I'll let you handle this. I will be right back.
Okay, I think I have it. Hold on.
If you don't have it, I could do it.
I'm trying to remember. I'll send an action.
I'm just gonna, or I should say, Cordell's gonna make an observation that if he is not
Yes.
under the effects of a spell per se, it may be somebody communicating with him via a sending spell.
Okay.
So
Yeah, that's
So I do have detect magic.
okay. Yeah, if you would like to cast it, you can.
All right. How do you cast this shit?
Just go ahead and mark the spell off your sheet, and we'll see you cast it. First level spell.
Are you casting it, or are you doing like ritual casting?
Depends on how pressing you think it is. Do you have the 10 minutes to sit there and do the ritual, or do you want to get to the bottom of it now?
Are you guys okay with the 10 minutes, or
It's up to you guys.
are we in a rush?
I'm good with the 10 minutes.
Okay. So you sit down next to Jerry, hold him in the room for about 10 minutes, and at the end of it, your eyes flare like a bluish gold color, and now all of a sudden you can see magic. You can see all the like items that you're wearing that are magical. All the items that your party members have are magical. And Jerry is currently not magical except for the dagger that you guys gave him a while back. He's got that like in his pocket. And surprisingly, he has the dagger that you guys gave him, but he still has like the hammer like in the forefront, like ready to use the hammer at any moment and not the dagger.
Okay. Well,
Jerry.
he doesn't have anything going on, so that's good.
Alright, I'm back.
Jerry.
Is that dagger
He's
cursed?
good, Captain. He's got the dagger.
No, you guys, just for you guys, you gave him a +1 dagger that you guys had found somewhere.
But are we sure that that dagger was not cursed?
It doesn't look to be. I mean, from the detect magic.
Okay. Good.
It's a very mundane enchantment. A +1.
So
That's
it's
exactly what a cursed item would say. I'm just a mundane magic item. You don't want to know anything about it.
That
so he doesn't have a magic. There's not a magic item or anything magic on him.
Jerry feels special. Got lots of friends in the room with him.
Yeah, a lot of attention.
I got two things. Number one, Edward, since you're gonna be the kind fellow, you're gonna sit here with him on our way back.
Okay.
You're gonna be his new babysitter. We're gonna get him checked out once we get to Spelljammer Hall.
Babysitter?
Two, Pat, what was the dude's name where right before we found Bella's mom, with that guy who changed to moons, what was his name?
Aquarius.
Aquarius. Because we were trying, I believe, to track Aquarius when we went to the gear place. Is there anything Aquarius could do to give Jerry this weird shit he has?
Make an Arcana check. And Cordell can make one as well. Because Cordell's DC will be lower.
Shit, I
Hey, Arcana happens to be one of my favorite things too.
Yeah. I mean,
Wow.
Cordell's not certain of Aquarius's capabilities, but it's possible that this could be a sending spell.
Hey, don't make fun of me. I'm just a fighter.
Alright. So let's get him back to Spelljammer Hall. There's someone there that can probably check him out. How do I attach those range gauntlets, Pat?
Can do that real quick.
Or do you want to do it that much too?
So they are attunement. You have one attuned right now with the Ring of Cold Resistance. Now you have two with the Range Master's Glove.
So we gotta kill something today.
And that should have given you a plus...
So that'll make my original revolver now +3.
Yes, that is
Well,
correct.
that's gonna do some DAMAGE.
And it does an additional +2 damage with the Range Master's Gloves. And it only affects firearms.
That's fine with me. That's the only thing I use.
Yeah. You do have a bow and arrow, but
I don't ever use it. I just probably
your shotgun also does an extra. So you have a +12 to hit with the shotgun as well.
Yeah, I was about to say, when we get back to the place, I'm selling some shit.
Go for it. So you guys board up and fly back to Spelljammer Hall.
Him. If he does anything weird, you tell me first.
Will do, Captain.
Yeah, and in the... you guys are getting more and more adept at flying the ship now, especially you, Edward, because you guys are a higher level, so it takes less of a toll on your brain. and you can weed out more and more things as you fly. So almost in the blink of an eye, it takes about, when you're fully powered up and in tune with the ship, it takes about, I think it was an hour to go from one corner of the map to the other corner of the map. So in this moment, it takes about 30 minutes for you guys to fly right back through the fire stream and through the asteroids that circle around Spelljammer Hall before you come to an abrupt stop right at the port. You notice that there's probably a couple of ships that are currently docked at Spelljammer Hall, unloading some goods and whatnot, more mead supplies that have been gathered, more goodies for the adventurers and crew. And the whole time, the 30-minute ride for you, Edgeworth, Jerry didn't say anything. He didn't do anything stranger than he normally does. And you guys make it back to Spelljammer's Hall. I think the one thing he would do to you, Edgeworth, at some point, you'd see like a bug run across the floor, like, and he'd pull out his hammer, and you see him trying to squish the bug with the hammer, but he keeps missing.
And then
eventually he like leads it on. He's like, Jerry remembers and where it's going to be. And he squishes the cockroach. He's like, I got it!
Good job, Jerry. I'd give him a little pat on the head.
Jerry did good. So, in the 30 minutes, you guys make it back to Spelljammer Hall. And the hall is yours. Items,
right.
whatnots, shops.
First things first, let's sell some shit, fellas.
Yeah, if you want to sell some stuff, you just tell me what it is. Most of your stuff has a cost on it already. Anything that has a range, I'll take a look, and then we can give you the gold for it.
Let's see. Well, I'm rocking double shotties, which I'm very happy about. So we'll definitely get rid of this, definitely this crossbow. And I would and I think I'll get rid of my sickle as well, because I do have the quarterstaff.
So the crossbow's 25 gold. Add. I want to see if this works, actually. Can I just drag the number in there? It does not work. That would have been too amazing. It works for everything else.
Yeah.
There we go. And you said the sickle.
Sickle. Yeah, sickle.
The sickle is one singular gold piece.
Yeah, it's fine.
And then you have the dual shotguns. You have the feather token.
Which, yeah, that feather token. I forgot about that.
We'll say in the spur of time that you guys have had the downtime, you get it identified. In the feather token is, if you are on a boat or a ship, you can use your action to toss the token into the air, replacing the token with a large fan that increases the speed of your ship.
Ooh, fancy.
So
that's cool. All right.
Makes sense why it would work with the space station if they wanted to move the space station.
Very cool. Very cool.
So you have that. Anyone else?
I have things I want to sell and I have things I want to enchant.
Okay.
I got 2 regular daggers.
Okay.
What's a fine net?
It's exactly what it seems like. It's a fine net. Oh, also this net, it showers you with compliments.
Oh, that's nice.
And if you compliment the net back, it responds with, but I'm not as fine as Snicker Snack.
I will keep it then. Okay, so I'll get rid of the 2 daggers, the short sword, and the short bow.
Okay, short sword. I'm keeping a tally here. And you have 2 shotguns as well, just so you know.
I get rid of one of them. Keep my +1.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
+1. Get rid of the other one unless someone wants it.
How does enchanting shit work? I do that.
So you essentially can pay money to have it enchanted. It'll just say even 300. There we go.
Oh hell yeah.
So you pay depending on what you want enchanted and at what level. There is a certain shop that you can go to, and I have the shop is just a general magic shop. I think in this one, each shop has a different name. As I pull up the spells menu for the 15th.
Blah, blah.
What is my brain doing? Yeah, it's the magic shop. So in this shop, which everyone else knows is run by Najura and Nemarius, a golden tiefling. They
look like best friends.
Yeah, they're great. So Najura is sort of the owner, and he's his apprentice. But they sell certain items and also enchant items. So if you wanted a +1 enchantment, it takes a couple of days, like 3 days or so, and it's 300 gold.
Can they do +2?
Currently, no.
Oh,
Alright,
Well.
I will do my my
Okay.
revolver of blah blah blah.
Revolver of certain death. Okay. So you currently do not have the revolver equipped. It is not carried. I saw just mark that in your thing. It's not carried. Yeah. Nemarius will go, is this what you want me to do? Do you want me to put the enchantment on top? Or do you want me to put the enchantment overwriting?
I don't want you to overwrite it, because I still want the death feature. I just want you to put it on top of it.
That is going to cost a little bit more, if that is okay with you. So he will say, 500 gold pieces, and Nemarius take care for you.
I'll give you 1,000 if you can make it level 2.
Ooh, I cannot do that right now. Unfortunately, my capabilities are not strong enough. And also, I'm pretty sure it would take more than 1,000. I think it's typically like anywhere from 2 to 5,000.
I'll give you $2,000 right now. Let's make it level 2.
Unfortunately, I do not have the capability. He just goes like the NPC, like repeat.
Alright, 500.
500
Now-
gold pieces.
Yes, what's this sending stone do in your inventory?
Ooh, Nemarius sees you take interest in sending stone. He pulls up the sending stone, and I forgot which one this was, because there's a couple different kind that we've had. This one, it lets you just free cast sending once a day.
What's sending?
You can talk to anyone in the world as long as you either have a description of them, or you've seen them, you've met them, no matter where they are, in 25 words.
Okay. I will buy that off you for 500 since I'm giving you 500 for the enchantment.
Blow it all over me.
Make a persuasion check.
A persuasion.
I tell it for 600 if you do.
Oh.
Discount for friend. Nemarius being very generous.
What's the bag of holding?
It's just like a bag that goes to a different plane of existence so you can hold more things.
Alright, what's the goggle of object reading?
Goggles of object reading. It's actually new to me as well, I think.
You know you can actually click those little icons.
Yeah, you can click them, the red ones next to it, and they tell you. Give you advantage on intelligence arcana checks. And in addition, you can cast identifying spell while using the goggles. Once you do so, you can only do identify once a day with the goggles.
I actually might buy those.
That's pretty good.
Alright,
Yeah.
let's do this. If you throw in the
Yeah, make it-
goggles of reading, the sending stone, and the enchantment, I'll give you 1,500 gold right now.
The goggles of reading, the sending stone, and the enchantment. For 1,500, you said?
For 1,500.
You have yourself a deal.
Alright. You give the goggles to Edgeworth, and then I will take the other 2 items.
Okay. Well,
Or
the
I'll
one
do
is
the
going to
sending
take
stone.
time.
Yeah, it's gonna take time, yeah.
The goggles.
Thank you.
So you get the goggles of object reading.
Hell yeah.
And he no longer has goggles of object reading. What the heck happened? Oh, it said it read only. Create a copy of this shop in the local campaign for use. Oh, Well, there's no more of those. It doesn't let me edit my own shops currently in whatever
I'll be right back.
thing that it broke.
I
Oh.
have
I'm looking.
3,120 gold pieces. I used 1,500, so I have 1,620 left.
Yeah, they broke the shops. That's unfortunate.
Yay! Let's go.
It's all of my things are set to read only currently. Nice.
Great. So how do you fix that?
I have to wait for them to update it.
Oh.
Oh well. I think Garrett too. Now that you're back, your buddy Shrakdar would come over to you. He probably sees you walk into the bar as he's sipping. He walks over to you. Hey, Garrett, it's been a minute. Surprised you all hit me up while you were off on the winds.
Oh, yeah. It's been a while.
So, I was wondering, are you interested in getting in on the party? Joining the crew? Being a part of the club? Maybe you and your buddy Edward.
Yeah. That sounds great. It's been a hot minute.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be a rave if you know what I mean.
So I tell the captain, like, hey captain, you want a party?
Right now?
When you're done doing the thing there.
I actually had to go find someone, but maybe this person will be at the party.
Oh, I'm just talking about if you wanna get in on the cut, you know? Get a little pin on your shirt. Get some discounts where they might come.
What are we talking here?
In Thieves' Cant, he's telling you, do you want to join the Thieves Guild?
You know what? Yeah, I'll join the Thieves Guild.
How about you,
That's
Garrett?
enough, after all.
You want in, Garrett?
Yeah, I mean, if the captain's going, I don't want to leave him by himself. Plus, you might be able to help us do some research. Yeah.
Yeah, I like research. Plus, if you're part of the guild and you get accepted in by the Grand Master, you get some discounts in my store. And I can get some more special items for party favors for your parties. So, you're gonna see the grandfather's gonna come for you in the evening. Initiation process.
Well, until then, I will catch you later. I got someone I gotta go meet.
See you later, friends.
You know exactly who I'm gonna go meet.
Alora.
Uh-huh.
So you head upstairs and bust into the office, I'm assuming.
I'm not busting you, going nicely. Blah, blah, blah.
Gingerly. I'm opening up my PC's document. Aura, yeah, retainer aura. So you walk into the office.
Oh, actually, you can say that I'm walking over. Does anyone else want to do anything before you do that?
Yeah. Edgewood, Cordell.
Yeah, I wanted to, I don't know if they wanted to do something, but I wanted to pick up the shops. I think I'm definitely getting some tattoos.
Oh, perfect.
I was trying to buy some bullets, but
for
shops are
as well.
broken.
The shops are broken. We can just let me know what you want, and then we can do the reduction in cost, and I'll give you the items. I'm assuming that was the armory.
Let's see.
I
that'll be
reduced
30 gold. I need 60 bullets.
60 bullets for modern bullets, right? 60 gold, or so 30 gold. 30 gold pieces.
Yep.
Just to let you know, I reduced the 1,500 out of my gold pieces.
Perfect.
So, you just have to put the sending stone in my inventory.
Alright, I'll do that too. The shop's busted. How could they do this to me?
I also have a task for Edgewords.
Yes, Captain.
Well, I guess he's doing that. I need you to take Jerry and
Hmm?
Baron, and I want you to go find, what's his name, Pat? He's like that, fuck, I can't think of his name. He's that guy, I think he looks down into space.
I know who you're talking about.
I want him to look at Jerry to see if he knows what's wrong. Or see where he may have got.
Are you talking about the guy that looks through the telescope, or are you like the Occlumancer?
Oh no, he won't have it then. No shit. Who would fuck would? Okay, this is your task. Find someone to look at Jerry. That's your task.
I think the
Thanks
first
Thanks
one
for
that
putting that all on me, Captain. I appreciate it.
I think the first one that would come to mind is probably what's his nuts? What the heck? Why is it not on my notes here? Oh, Father Aquan.
That's who I was thinking.
the one that's magic.
Father
Yes.
Acorn? Okay.
Aquan.
Can I tell Garrett before we leave this place, go visit your bitch girlfriend as well. And then I say, Cordell, don't shoot anyone. And then I walk away.
But, well, I'll take care of my task, I guess.
Yes, and then as soon as you're done, you can find me in the bar.
Ah,
Or the pump.
I know who I'm coming to see tonight.
I'm like,
Bessie.
wait a minute. Hey, Edgeworth, before that, you want some tattoos?
Tattoos.
Yeah.
Well, tattoo. Can I get a tattoo as a dragon?
Yes, yes, you can. These are magical tattoos that let you cast a spell.
Oh,
You just have to, and he currently has
is that spell chloroformium?
Chloroformium. They do have sleep as a spell. Yeah, so they have. Currently, he has spell levels 1 through, and he will have 5 now. So if you guys want to get a 5th level spell, those are available, but those cost 2,500,
Ooh. I do not have that kind of money.
and they are one-time use spells. So,
Ooh.
but a first level is 95 gold, a cantrip
Oh, that
is
ain't
83, a third level is 482, and a fourth level is 1,011.
A tattoo? Well, I guess first I gotta take the guy over to Captain Acorn. Whatever his name was.
So you go to Father Aquan,
Aquan.
and in the Feels Good Ink is the tattoo shop, which has Ace.
Oh.
Yeah, pull up Father Aquan. So,
Father Aquan.
yeah, like Aquan.
Yeah.
But
Aquan.
he,
Aquan.
you run over to Father Aquan as he is sitting currently meditating inside of the pool of restoration, and he hears your footsteps fell before the church as he opens his eyes. Hello, what brings you here today?
Pardon me. Mr. Father Aquan, I need you to check on my friend Jerry, and tell me he's hearing things that aren't there. I'm talking to him. I need you to check him out. Give me the old once over.
As Father Aquan turns and looks over to Jerry, Jerry's like, Jerry has an invisible friend in his head. And Father Aquan's like, I see. As he casts Identify over Jerry. He turns over to you, Edgeworth. There doesn't seem to be anything wrong with him. However, his intelligence is very low.
Yeah.
What?
We were aware of
Has he,
that.
has he been hit in the head too many times?
Possibly.
Joey's like, you see him running around chasing a butterfly as he's swinging at it with his hammer, splashing in the pool. Joey, come back here!
Could we dunk Jerry in the restoration pool, and then his would not be the way Jerry is? Or is this just how he is permanently?
I think you could potentially dunk him to the point where he would become something different, and that would be involving killing him. But I don't think baptizing our friend here is going to make him many more smart. If that it will potentially make him dumber if you hold him under too long.
Okay. It's worth a shot. Well, in that case, Mr. Father Acorn, do you think that the things that Jerry is seeing, because this is only, it hasn't been an all-time thing, this is only, from what I've been told, somewhat recently, that he has started hearing things. Do you think that this could be more of a, less of a spell, more of like a metaphysical thing?
I do see it being a possibility that he is being contacted via a spell.
Mm-hmm.
Have you asked him of what he's told this individual?
Oh. I guess not. We don't really think of Jerry as having the mental capacity to tell things. He's usually just told things. Well, Jerry?
Jerry he stopped swinging at the butterfly. Huh?
Jerry, what have you told the voice?
He said, you don't talk to him when you guys are around.
Yeah, that's bad.
He said, he's asked a couple of times where you guys are.
Okay, alright.
He said
bad.
he said he wanted to check in.
Did he sound happy when he said he wanted to check in, or was he like...
Yeah, he's never very angry. He's a good man. He sounds nice. He's got a soothing voice. Puts Jerry to sleep.
Oh. Put you to sleep, huh?
Yeah.
Tell me, Jerry,
Huh.
do you have any dreams that involve this voice?
No dreams. Jerry doesn't dream of nothing.
Oh, I don't know if maybe his voice was causing you to dream. All right, well, in that case, it's definitely not like doesn't seem to be like a deity or something like that. Well, okay. I don't think anybody else have any questions. Anything you guys can think of?
Yeah. Jerry was also said if Jerry help friend, he can do magic eventually.
He's promising magic abilities?
Yeah. Jerry shoot freeze from his hands and make moons appear.
Make moons appear. Ah! We've gotten down to the bottom of this.
Yeah, Jerry.
We know moon people. We know the people of the moon.
You know moon people.
Good job, Jerry.
Jerry gonna celebrate with a maid.
Yeah, I'll give Jerry one gold piece.
That's gonna buy him like 5 meats. It's gonna be great
Yeah.
for Jerry. Jerry's gonna have a great time.
Good job, Jerry. Hey, and also Jerry, from now on, don't let the voice know that we're around. If he wants to talk to you, talk freely. Just don't let him know that we're around.
I think the voice always knows when you're around me.
Oh, he does. Okay.
I think he can watch you too.
Oh, then he probably knows that we're doing this investigation right now. Then.
Probably. As he Jerry picks his nose and flicks a booger like across the.
Good job today, Jerry. You enjoy those meads you're gonna get, buddy.
Joey's gonna be so happy.
Well, I would, from that point, I would thank Father Acorn, and I would say thank you, Father, for your time, and until next time. And then I would report back to my captain about everything that was discussed.
Thank you, my child. As you step away, we'll cut over to Baron. Tattoo shop. And Cordell, I did give you all those items, by the way.
Good. Yeah, I added them to my inventory.
Uh-huh.
Actually, I'm gonna need to do a couple things.
Okay. What would we like to start with?
I'm going to sell the comedy mask and the all-wave transmitter.
Okay.
So it should be 500 for the mask and then 1,000 for the transmitter.
All right.
And I just want to bless my water skin. Holy water.
Okay. Fill it with holy water.
That should cost 100 total.
Okay. So you can go ahead and mark off the amounts and delete the items for yourself.
And I'm going. How much was it to?
For the tattoos, I'm assuming.
No, the enhancements.
For level 1 is 300 for a +1. It takes about 3 days.
Well, then I will take a enhancement on my shield.
Okay. Go ahead and mark 300 gold, and your shield is no longer equipped or with you.
Okay. I will grab the Aura Vitality, 3rd level,
Tattoo.
tattoo.
So mark 480 off, we'll say. And I'll get you the tattoo. Spell rot.
So I had to walk. What, did I miss anything?
Nope. There we go. Anything else there, Baron? Got the items pulled up.
I do. That's it. Thank you.
Deleting the items here. Doot, 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 doot. Okay. So apart from that, a lot of you are pretty banged up, and it's been a long while since you've had some sleep. As we cut back over to Captain Edward, that burst into the office.
I did not burst into the office.
Oh, absolutely, he did.
He's ready.
I've known Captain Edward for all of a couple days. Dude's a burster.
He's a. So, Edward comes into the office, and she's sitting there currently. She's got glasses on. She's like scribbling down some notes and writing paperwork, and looks up. Is like, "Oh, welcome back."
I say, you ready for your first date yet?
To my what?
Wow. How very energetic of you, Captain.
Which I also want to remind you, you were like bloodied to hell. I think both because it deleted your things off, but you guys were literally knocked unconscious in the last fight.
Dead.
So you guys are both at like pretty hurt.
I'm spitting teeth out right now.
And she's like, "Well, you look like you've seen worse for wears, you know."
We got rid of Django. Remember that?
Indeed, I do.
Yeah, he's gone pull out his gun and I'm like, show it. Holy shit. I can't show it to me. I don't have it. Shit.
I go to pull out the gun, I'm getting enchanted. She goes, well, you have yourself a couple of new entry points, as she, like, points to your chest, and you have, like, a bullet hole that is cauterized over.
Oh, yeah. I don't remember how the fuck it went. Would you like a drink?
I have to finish up some work, and then I will head down, if that makes you happy.
That works. I'll meet you then. And I'll walk up and I drag Edgeworth by the neck. Let's go.
As Garrett is finishing up getting tattoos with Ace. Ace like, yeah, man, what you want this time? You ready to get some ink?
Oh, yeah. I gotta up my Revivify tattoo, get it back up, and also getting the Beacon of Hope, where it was funny. It almost sounds like Bacon of Hope.
Oh, the Bacon of Hope. I've never heard that one before. You're a cool guy.
Maybe I could get a little bit of discount getting these two pretty beefy tattoos.
Whoa. I'm a returning customer. You may be bringing a hard bargain here.
I also brought our new friend to get some tattoos, and I point to Edgeworth.
He turns and looks at Edgeworth. Are you in on the party yet? Tell you what, you get in on the party, and you get some discounts.
Ooh, I like the party. What's the
Yeah,
party?
I'm actually joining the party.
Put it on layaway then. As soon you purchase them for the price now, I give you 100 back later. Once you're on.
Okay.
Deal?
Alright. So, how much?
So at cost, you're buying 2 third levels?
Yeah.
Right? So it will be, we'll say 480 times 2 is 960.
Okay.
And you'll have 2 third levels.
So how do these tattoo spells work?
You get them imprinted. You can have one on each appendage. And as an action, you cast the spell. And it uses the tattoo.
Gotcha.
You don't have to necessarily have the capability of casting the spell because you're using a magic item that does it.
Gotcha.
So you can essentially have up to a 5th level tattoo currently to cast up to a 5th level spell.
Oh, I'd have to have money for that. I lack the funds.
There will be money down the roads.
Is there any tattoo you want? There's also some tattoos that aren't like spells, but they're like buffs, but you need an enchantment. But you can definitely do that.
That sounds interesting.
Can you pull up the shop?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, like there's an example of the barrier tattoo where if you don't really use a shield, then you can like, or armor, then you can just be like, oh, just have it on me.
What is a masquerade tattoo?
It lets you cast change, disguise self at will.
Ah, that's interesting. Does anybody have that? Or?
I actually have that in my pocket as needle form.
Needle form. Yeah, because you can expunge the ink out of your body and turn it back into the needle.
I see. Okay. That might be good to have. I might do that. I'll do the masquerade tattoo and I'm assuming the illuminator's tattoo. Is that just what I think it is? It's like a lighting spell. Touch a piece of radio.
Yeah, I think it lets you cast light.
Yeah. I think it's cast light. I'll do the one of those. Masqueraded and Illuminated.
Alrighty.
One of these.
Cheap tattoos.
Yeah.
150 gold pieces, and you get those.
Yeah. Take that.
Do you have the money, or?
I have the. I can afford that. I can afford that. Yes, do that. But I need to wash my hands real quick. I have pizza on my hands. Give me 1 minute.
Ace is like, man, where'd you find that pizza? Looks good. But
I'll be waiting for her down in the bar.
okay.
So that's all I'll be doing.
So afterwards, I'm assuming you all reconvene in the bar, which I think there'd be a couple of notable individuals in the bar currently. Get rid of that one that you have seen before. I don't have that one on there. Why?
But why isn't your ass right here in this chair?
One of the ones that you notice is one that you saw earlier in the campaign, is the little hamster person. The other one is Serena Muniz. And I think those would be the two main ones you would notice currently. And the rest of them are currently people that are helping as dock hands and Bastion, other people that work around the Spelljammer Hall. So, those being the two notable people that you see there, which now that you have all seen them in person, you notice Serena still has her tracking bracelet on from Talos 1.
Oh yeah, didn't we find her there, or?
No, she was previously an employee there.
Okay.
But that brings up a good point, because you all still have your other members from Talos 1 that would probably be settling into the bar at this point, and you'd probably see Dr. Ein Brown slicking back his hair as he walks over. He's like, hey, it's been a minute, you know, how's it going? She's like, I didn't think I would ever see you again. Interesting enough. And they start talking on the side. So it's up to you guys what you all would like to do in the lower area.
Oh yeah,
Question.
Okay?
Is Serena supposed to be Selena Gomez?
What are you talking about?
What do you mean? It's clearly Serena.
It's clearly Serena. I don't know what you're talking about. That's just coincidence. You're seeing what you want to see, John?
That's funny. That's totally something.
So, Garrett?
Yeah, I was gonna do that like near the start, but obviously we got other things happening. I was actually going to show Dr. Ein Brown the traveling book, the interdimensional travel, which he wanted.
Oh, shit! You the man! Holy cow! He actually, gets distracted. He turns away from Serena. He pulls up the book and immediately starts flipping through it. And she's like, that's just like him. Mm-hmm. As she turns back and sips on her wine, he's just, taken into this book. He's like, oh, I can make something. I'm getting the inspiration. He starts getting, jazzed up. He runs over to the bar real quick, and he sits at the bar, orders a drink, and you see him start drinking and reading vigorously. You see him pull out a sheet of paper, writing notes down. And that is Dr. Ein Brown's night.
Well, you can help us with whatever you learn, Doc.
Oh, yeah. I'm going to make something that we can go anywhere. Anywhere in space. Anywhere in the interdimensionals. We can go beyond.
That just sounds really helpful. How long would you think it'd take to make this?
I don't know. I got to do some research. I got to experiment. Fundage. It's gonna be crazy. I can make a portal gun. It's gonna be crazy.
Ooh, that sounds awesome.
We can attach it to the ship.
Portal gun.
It's been around since like the mid-90s.
We attach it to the ship. Shoots the green goo. You go through the green goo. Come somewhere else. Boom. Portal gun.
I'm like, Garrett's just like mind blown right now. Like, wow. That also fantastic. So where are you gonna do this research? You don't have your lab anymore.
Oh, don't gotta worry about that. I'll just I can do this anywhere I need. Right here is a good candidate. And you see Bastion's like, we can get you a room. It's not that big of a deal. He's just like, oh, that might be better. He's getting like real jazzed up. He's gonna essentially look like Charlie from Always Sunny. He's like, Pepe Sylvia. But he's working on portal gun.
Thank you so much, Doc, for Jerry. Hopefully, having this now for you is worth the trouble and risking your life.
Not a problem. I'm excited now. As I think you're talking, Garrett, you're talking to Dr. Hein Brown, and Edward comes down. I think both Edward and Garrett, you would see a drink fly over in your direction, and at the end of the bar, you see the little hamster, Scrambles, standing at the bar, waving her little wand up in the air, and you see the drinks floating towards you. This one's on me, guys!
Did we know the mouse name before or no?
Yes, you met Scrambles like early on in the campaign.
Okay.
And then Scrambles would turn and look over at Edgeworth and Baron and Cordell. You guys want a drink too?
Absolutely. You know what I like.
Dwarven Fire Ale, right?
Oh yeah, that's.
Which it kind of freaks you out for a moment because you're like, there's no way that Scrambles would have known that because you've never met this individual. But it's almost like they can read your mind.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, it's
It's warm.
thing is, I totally get it because I'm always thinking about Dwarven.
it's on the sleeve. Got it. You're like holding your hand up and holding like a big mug handle, like imaginary one, and then all of a sudden one flies over into your hand.
Yeah, exactly.
Baron and Cordell.
Yeah, that's for me. Absolutely.
We're gonna keep them coming, friends. So Baron and Cordell,
Yep.
do you all care for a beverage as well?
Sure, I'll take a beer.
Alrighty.
Are we on the ground floor?
Yes, on the ground floor. So beer flies over to Cordell and Baron.
I went like this. And then I looked and I said, what? I can't eat it. This is the blue bar. I go,
I'm good.
Okay.
I started
I
laughing.
will say, I'm assuming
You know.
there's a bathroom in this place, right?
Oh, 100%.
Well, yeah,
I
that's
go
that's
to
where I
the
spend most of my
bathroom and
time.
I try to clean myself up a bit before we came to work.
Okay. Do you also drink the drink that you've been provided?
No, I go clean myself
First? Okay. So you clean yourself, and upon return, she's still nowhere near.
That's fine. I'd rather be clean.
Okay.
And now is this drink gonna fucking make me go unconscious?
No, it's just a mead. But-
Well, I'll say to the lads, cheers.
Cheers. You all take sips in. I need Garrett and Edward to make Constitution saving throws.
What?
Yep.
You fucker.
Con save.
Yep.
Shit. I rolled suck tonight.
Garrett, you succeed. Edward, you start feeling tired.
I said unconscious.
It starts
This
to.
is the
It-
thieves, isn't it?
But I think Garrett knows it's not the mead that's doing it, and it's just your two drinks. As you feel, Garrett, a little sizzle on your lips. And you're like, They were spiked with
Spiked.
something to make you tired.
Oh,
And Garrett, you're resisting it. And Edward starts to drift a little bit.
Garrett, wake my ass up.
Yeah, I see the
Slap me.
Captain, like a sake of a wake here.
I'm sorry. Was my drink spiked as well?
Nope.
It's part of this initiation for the thieves.
Ah, yeah.
Probably.
I don't care about these guild. I just care about Dwarven Fire Ale.
So as you're sipping your Dwarven Fire Ale, Edward, you see Edward Kenway take like one sip, and he's starting to like, oh, he's getting drowsy.
I would love, and then I just scoff at him like, wait.
Yeah, I want what he's having. You see like one of the dock hands like, what did he have? As Edward is starting to drift in and out. Before he...
I should have said something. I fucking knew it. Oh, we should never drink them because she specifically gave us 2 drinks and no one else.
Oh, she gave everyone else drinks after.
I know, but she pointed us 2 first.
So, as you hit the deck...
You guys are our top players.
You'll see immediately some people run over and are checking on Edward, and he is out cold. And they will rush him upstairs, or attempt to rush him upstairs to a bed.
Said to Garrett before I went to fall asleep, I said, don't let anyone fuck me.
Keep Edward.
This magical potion's called Roofie. Garrett, you're starting to resist it a little bit. You feel it taking in effect in your body. But you fight it off.
And I'm like, because I know because I know it was Scrambles who served us the drinks, right?
Indeed.
You know, so I'm like, you know, with the captain, I'm like, wait, Scrambles, what the hell is that?
You're looking around. Make a perception check.
Fucking Scrambles is gone, dude. It was a figment of our imagination.
Scrumbles is also like a couple inches tall.
It's one of the few people here that's shorter than Garrett. That's an accomplishment.
It's shorter than probably the size of your damn foot.
Yeah.
Probably. Alright, so I'm gonna
Were the fucking mug glasses the size of a little shot glass?
Scrambles is drinking out of was drinking out of a full size snifter.
Alright, so I'm gonna cast guidance on myself to do the perception.
Okay, as you're quickly looking around, I'm gonna roll for Scrambles. At advantage. Okay.
I'm gonna nap. I'm gonna nap.
Okay. That unfortunately does not beat a 31.
Ooh.
As
I might think of 32.
32. Nah, it's a 31. As you're looking around, Scrambles is nowhere to be seen. Seems very stealthy and agile, being a little hamster. As you look around, they are gone.
So the Scrambles is literally just showed up because I don't think she works at a shop or anything. She just showed up, served drinks, refused to elaborate, and left.
No, she's a planeswalker for the guild.
But does she work as a bartender or anything? Or...
No, she bought you guys around.
Okay. Alright, so I'm obviously looking around and I can't find Scrambles, so I'm like, alright, let's just, I think I'll just gonna, take the captain with me, and I assume Garrett was aware that he was gonna meet up with, Aura?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Yeah, Edward told you don't let him get fucked, and those were his last words.
Okay.
No. Respect. I mean, I don't want to fucking die.
Oh, okay.
That was not what.
That was
any of
not
us
what any of us understood. That was not.
I don't want to fucking die to fucking drinking a drink that was fucking sabotage. It's not how I'm going out.
So right now, I think the smart move for me is I was like, alright, I'm going to because I was planning to do it anyway. I'm planning, so I'm gonna take the captain's sleeping body with me to go to the seamstress shop to see Iggy Bora.
Okay, so as you're starting to walk to, you're going to the seamstress shop.
Yeah.
Okay, so as you head to the seamstress shop, I need you to make. What save is this? This is a wisdom saving throw. Go ahead and make a wisdom saving throw.
Bam.
Yeah. Immediately, you feel your vision sink out. It's like you don't know where you're at anymore. It goes black. Before, all of a sudden, it cuts back in. And you are standing in the middle of a room. And there is a sort of dark space. Like the room is filled with darkness. You can feel Edward Kenway right next to you as you hear snoring. You'll hear a snap of a finger as Edward Kenway snaps awake. And you'll hear this voice. We have something for you to do.
Yeah, don't fucking drug me again. I'll put my gun straight up your ass and fucking pull a trigger.
It was all to get you alone for a conversation. Apologies.
A little aggressive there, Captain. Gun up the ass is not shouldn't be the first thing you go to.
One of our operatives was sent to Bloomborough to retrieve an item from someone there named Bria. The operative hasn't been seen or heard from in multiple days. We assume that something has happened to them. We want you all to investigate what happened to them, recover the person, recover the artifact, and then return here safely. Upon completion, you will be entered into the guild and will be given gifts.
Given gifts, what type of gifts?
Magic items and powers beyond your capabilities and understanding.
Am I allowed to bring my crew?
It's encouraged you bring friends to your party.
And how am I knowing if I'm a drug dealer? Is there a way we can talk without you drugging me?
Once you are part of the guild, we will be giving you keywords that you can use.
Fair enough.
The next time we meet, you will hear the words Bria, as in the individual in Bloomborough that you are there to find.
So is Bria not their real name?
Bria is the person that you are going to find in Bloomborough.
Okay, so it is their actual name. Okay.
Which is, you will be instructed. Bloomborough is a plane that exists and resides within the Fey Wilds. Bria is an otter rogue. You will find them there. But more importantly, your first priority is finding Wensley. He is a weird character. He's tan with dark tribal tattoos and curly orange hair.
Alright. I guess we got another mission on our hands. When do we need to leave?
As soon as possible.
Alright, we're leaving tomorrow. I got business to take care of this.
Well, we need to get. Remember, Captain, didn't you enchant your new weapon?
Yeah, well, I'm hoping it's done tomorrow. Don't take weapons. Pat, will be done tomorrow.
No, 2 more days after tomorrow. As you hear, this will be the last time for our communications this evening. as you hear a couple little patters of feet, and then disappear.
Before he leaves.
Okay.
Before he leaves. If I've got a question for you, I will communicate with you.
I might have an answer for you.
I have a way to communicate with you.
Interesting.
You never know, you come out when you least expect it. Now you can.
As you hear the.
So before he leaves, I'll be like, so what is? Are you the this guild master? Is that your title?
Indeed, I am.
So we don't see any of like their face?
No,
like,
it is magical
hard
darkness in the room right now. You literally can't see anything. You can't even see your own hands in front of you. But you just hear the small pitter-patter of feet before the portal opens up. And they disappear. And the magical darkness immediately fades, leaving you both in the room.
Alright, Garrett, let's go back to it. We'll leave the next day. When we get back to Spelljammer Hall, pick up my other one.
Sure you don't wanna wait till we get your
Well,
gun?
we're gonna have to wait 2 extra days. We're gonna have to be here for 3 days. Or 2, technically, after today. Will that person survive that long?
I don't know, Captain. That's a good point. However, we also have to make sure that our chances of survival are good as well.
Let's go back to the pub. We'll decide even though you guys just heard me say everything.
I also left my shield, a shield that I'm using to be enchanted.
Alright, what do you guys think? Let's assume our asses walk back to the pub.
Yeah, let's get out here. So they put us like in one of the like in rooms.
Yeah, you're in one of the in rooms upstairs.
I will say the earliest we would leave is tomorrow.
I want Baron, Edgewood, and Cordell to make a perception check too.
Perception.
That's pretty good. That's also pretty good. That's a natural 20.
I
So
rolled a nat 20.
I need to roll for them.
Oh, I rolled a nat 20.
Nice.
I looked away from the screen as soon as I did it.
So, Edgewood, and I'm only giving this to you because technically you didn't see the full thing, but with a natural 20 for 25, it doesn't beat a 36,
Right.
but you do see what looks to be a little blue portal spark in the far corner of the room. And you're kind of like, you blink for a moment, and then it's gone.
Interesting. A little blue portal, possibly big enough to fit a tiny little mouse in?
Maybe.
Possibly. Maybe. Gotcha. That's how he gets around. He's a one of those people who uses portals for everything. There's a word for people like that. I can't think. I need more fire meat.
Bastion's like, right away. He sets you down another dwarven fire mead.
Yeah.
Jezebel's like,
Oh.
we ready?
Jezebel.
Ready for
Oh,
more,
my
honey?
My lovely. Absolutely. I've been waiting for this all day.
Gonna have a great time now.
Yeah,
Oh no!
Oh, no. God, I love the gesture. So, as Edward and Garrett head back downstairs, Garrett, are you continuing back to the seamstress shop now, or continuing back downstairs?
I guess I'll continue back downstairs first to see, get back to the group.
Okay. So, easily enough, all you return back downstairs.
So I explained to them that we got a job. I explained to them what the job is, and I say because we have a couple items we're waiting on, and because we're waiting on them, it's going to make us weaker if we leave sooner, or we wait 2 extra days and be more strong. We need to determine should we go?
Should we be strong or weak? I think that's a pretty easy decision there, Captain.
Yeah. But the thing is, well, we're getting paid for this job, and if this person dies, if something happens to them, it's on us because he wants us to leave ASAP. We're gonna put it to a vote.
Well, so how long does it take for your revolver to?
2 days, but we also got a Garrett's shield.
That's true.
It's not just me.
So we wouldn't be at full. So you wouldn't have your pistol, but
I have a backup one.
yeah, I know you got your backup. And the shield would be beneficial.
I say we put it to a vote. So, how do we want to do this?
Well,
I'd say since we have 5 here, then
We got-
all of us vote except the captain, and then if there's a tie, then you'll be the tiebreaker.
yeah, everyone
that-
type in the chat, yay or nay.
1 for tomorrow, 2 for waiting.
Oh, I was gonna say
You
yay
put
for
in
leaving, nay
you
for
could put
staying.
right in the whatever the fuck. There you
Wait, 1 was for leaving or 2 was for waiting?
1 was
Yeah,
for
for
tomorrow, 2 was for waiting. The full
Oh.
span for your items.
I'll be honest, I wasn't here for the whole description of what the job was.
Just get somebody and then get an item from somebody.
Okay, and is that person in danger, they said?
They haven't been heard from in a couple of
so they-
days to weeks.
So they may already be dead. We can take our time. Yeah, let's go Jira. I told you they were playing.
Aaron, Cordell, are you guys alive?
What's that?
Are you alive?
I'm alive.
And are you voting?
I was just waiting for y'all to tell me what to point and shoot at.
Whatever you want to
So
vote.
I think Cordell's in the 1 boat.
Yeah. Whichever direction we're going to go that's going to let me start shooting things pretty soon, that's the direction I'm voting for.
And that's 1.
That's a 1.
Alright, Baron.
Baron says to wait. Okay.
Alright, then we're waiting.
I need, in this case too, since this is the decision of the group, I want everyone to roll 2 survival checks since you're waiting the 2 days.
So now we decided I'm definitely gonna spend some time thinking more of her.
Okay.
Gets survival number 1.
Ooh, real low rolls. Okay.
I roll
You know what
stuck
that means.
today.
It means either I'm going to be really good in combat or I'm going to be changing dice color.
I think I gotta change
I
dice
think
color.
that's one of the
Mine's
most
not suited
badass
to-
things. Oh, that's cool.
Let's see, Edgeworth, do survival checks.
That combination, seriously one of the most badass things. Metal,
Edgeworth!
mixed with, like
He probably doesn't have a set set.
opera,
Oh,
just
Well.
fucking slaps.
roll for him. Survival.
Oh, what the shit.
Okay. We need to do math here.
I look at it, it's almost like a drive-by thing.
First day was a success.
That's really cool.
We have to roll a survival check when we're at Spelljammer Hall.
No, you're rolling for this person's survival.
Oh! Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's hard to do.
They survived both days?
No, you don't know. You're gonna find out.
Oh shit.
In the next episode of Dragon Ball.
So,
Oh, shit, how do you pull up a character sheet?
Edward, you back?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm
So-
back, Captain.
For sanity's sake here of expediting things, you all get your magic items.
And I had a freaky 3 days with Miss Jezebel.
Garrett, you had some quality time with Iggy Bora.
Did I get to see Retainer Aura?
I feel like that evening she didn't step down, and you'd probably see she fell asleep at her desk, and then woke up in the morning and probably would have came down. It'd be more casual conversation and whatnot at this point, back and forth. She seems more involved in work in the current time.
We're gonna change that when we come back.
So, you guys can, those of you that know how to update your items, you can do that, and I'll do John's real
How do
quick.
How do I forget how to pull up my character sheet.
Click on your name in the top left.
Oh, you click on your name and it's I was clicking the things on the right. Okay, what are we updating now?
Just for I don't think you bought anything that give you a +1 bonus.
No, I didn't upgrade anything. I just got the 2 tattoos.
Okay, yeah, so you
And my captain bought me some goggles.
should be good
Oh, yeah,
then.
did you give me the Sending Stone?
Yes. So the revolver of certain death.
Because we haven't met this person yet, we need to go rescue. I can't use the Sending Stone.
You were given a description, so you can attempt to do so.
I want to attempt to do so.
So go ahead and roll an Arcana check.
You know what? Who has good Arcana?
I do.
You said you're using the Sending Stone, and you're the one that got the description of it. That's okay. There's always a chance. It's
No,
a
there's not.
non-zero chance, but what do you say with your 25 words?
For your, whatever their name is, but that is a variable because I don't remember.
Wensley.
Wensley, are you alive? Are you well? Do you hear me? Blah blah blah. We're coming for you.
There does not seem to be a response.
You know what? We're gonna do this. Hold on. We are changing the dice target, basically.
There you go. So
Because I keep rolling everything freaking low.
there was one last thing. In the night before you set off to head to the Fey Wilds, Baron, as you're drifting off into sleep and you start to dream, you find yourself floating in the astral sea, just drifting on your back as you're sitting there just watching the stars and the world move around you. You hear this voice. I think you're starting to peek into information that is a little bit beyond what you are wanting to get into. You can leave it to me. I will handle everything. As you
Where is this voice?
You sit up, Baron, you spin around, you see Aquarius floating in space. I am the one that took the pages. You are correct about that, and few were thinking that. I saw you in the library, looking for the same information that I came there to seek out. Understand the truths between the gods, between what has happened between my old patron and my current one, and why they are failing us all. And that's why one day I will be capable of this. As he raises his hands, you start to spin around, Baron. You see all 20 moons appear in the astral sea, different shapes and sizes and designs. And that day is not too far off. I'll see you soon. As he disappears out of your dream. You wake up in the morning, Baron. I'm assuming most of you all sleep on your ship, right?
Well, they can.
I don't know. Maybe I assume maybe myself and
Iggy Bor.
probably some in the
Oh,
Spelljammer
no.
role.
No, I was in Spelljammer with my baby.
As I think Garrett's awoken by in the morning.
Oh, yeah.
As Garrett and Edward awaken Spelljammer Hall in this beautiful morning. After lovely nights spent, you all set off for the day back to the ship, I'm assuming.
Yeah, I assume we agreed to like leave as soon as we got our stuff to make haste towards Boombarrow.
You grab your stuff, swing back by the ship, and I need Baron to go ahead and roll a d20 to decide what moon is now present in the Astral Sea.
Ooh.
By the way, what happened to the other scientist people?
Oh, they're currently just getting situated in upstairs. Dr. Alexandra and Daniel Show and Dr. Ian Brown. He's still scribbling notes on like the common area. Like he looks like he fell asleep at the at like one of the couches while he was mid writing stuff.
Like a college student.
Just like a college student. This is Tiamat's Eye that is currently in the sky. It is a moon that has the shape of a dragon's eye. All dragons deal double damage and have advantage on attack rolls, including Edward.
Yo.
So, as you guys head...
Before we leave,
Oh, go ahead.
I write a note before I went to bed last night, and I slide it under Bertina Aura's door before we head out.
Okay. What does the note read?
Stalkerish.
That's a good question. I didn't think about that.
He wrote his name on the note and slid it under the door.
Just say, I'll be back when I get back to you. So you want to go?
He puts the check boxes yes, no.
And don't say work is an excuse.
Okay.
Then we're good to go.
So as you guys fly slightly north, takes about 10 minutes, you see a magical floating island that is pristine. It has the most beautifully blue lake in the middle of this island, with lush green grass growing all around it in trees. It looks like nothing you've ever seen before in the Astral Sea. As in the distance, that Tiamat's Eye overlooms the whole area. This seems to be the instructed portal to how to get to the Fey Wilds, but you're not sure how to activate it or what is the portal. All you know is it's the lush green grass. There is a singular tree off on one of the sides that's super green, and then there's this crystal blue lake that is in the middle.
If we get to the Fey Wilds, can we run into Terry Crews?
Possibly.
That would be fucking cool. Shit. That would be fucking awesome.
You have to figure out how to get through the portal first, though.
See Val a corn puncher. Hey, I'll have something to give him for his little problem.
Find Chris. Everybody hates his son.
Okay. So like, well, how would we get in?
So you have this floating island, a very blue, crystal clear pool of water, lush green grass, and a tree.
We land the ship on the water?
It does not seem to work.
Alright, I go to Cordelia. Mr. Scouts, do you see anything?
I don't know. What do I see there, Dungeon Master?
Go ahead and roll a perception check.
Ooh, perception check.
Ugh.
There we go.
Natural 20.
Nice.
Looking around, you notice that the tree seemingly bows slightly over a part of the crystal blue lake. As you get a little bit closer to the lake, you look into the water, and it's almost like a reflective mirror with how shiny it is. But yeah, you notice for sure that the tree does seem to bend over a certain part of the lake.
I will relay that down to the captain and whoever the helmsman is. We've got a tree bending over the lake in a certain spot. Choose your direction wisely.
Go
Crow's
right
nest
to
out.
the center.
Ugh. Okay.
We'll shove it in. We'll shove the whole ship in.
Shove the whole ship in. Well, if the tree is slightly bowed in over a certain part of the lake, does that mean people tie anchor to this tree?
It's like the tree is leaning inwards over the lake. Almost like it's bent over for a reason, Cordo. It seems almost seemingly put this way.
Is it big enough for a ship to go through?
No.
Alright.
Could somebody climb said tree and look into this crystal lake?
You could certainly do that.
I would like to do that.
Easy enough. The tree, as you get closer, seems like it's kind of wide. It's not too thick to the point where you can't climb it. You climb up, and it starts to bend over. And as you look into the crystal water, you can see it kind of shimmer and reflect, and you start to see it form a picture as you're looking into the water from up above, standing in the tree.
A picture of what?
Almost like a lush green forest on the other side.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to tell
Jerry?
stay in charge of the ship. If you have anyone come talking to you, I want you to write down what they say.
Jerry can write?
Attempt to.
Yes.
Or also attempt to remember what they're talking about and find out who the hell's talking.
Jerry can do this.
If you see anything weird, also remember that.
Oh, yeah.
As I say that, I go up there with Edgeward, and I climb the tree, and I do the famous Assassin's Creed synchronization, and I jump right on it.
Okay. I want you to roll a d5. Or roll a d6 and re-roll on a 6. Re-roll on the 6.
Another 6.
Re-roll on the 6.
Fucking 5.
Oh, okay, this one... Oh, that's actually, like, perfect. So, this will be the destination. So, Edgeward, as you're, like, watching, you see this lush green forest, and then as soon as Edward Kenway jumps, you see it turn to almost be like the woods from Cinderella or friggin' Snow White. Like the woods immediately turns into this twisted dark trees that tower in this sort of dark screaming forest as Edward hits the water. And we'll come back to Edward later. What's everyone else doing?
Probably, I mean, I'd probably just be like, oh no, Captain, and I'd probably try to jump in after him.
Okay. You sploosh in as well. You're met by like water, which you kind of get overtaken by the water for a moment before all of a sudden you're standing in this forest.
Wait, so they just like sunk in both Edward and Edgeworth?
Yeah, they jumped from the tree into the water.
It's almost like it's a like a diving pier.
100%, because the Fey Wilds is all about whimsy.
Whimsy.
So I guess no choice. But before that, I guess I don't know if I guess it'll be hey Jerry.
Hmm?
You know what? I'm gonna try this. I don't know if it'll work.
Jump from the boat.
I don't know. Okay, I'm wondering. No, I don't think the whole boat can fit through.
And just like be above the tree and just jump from the boat down into this lake.
Yeah, I just wanted to see if I could, with you guys and Baron, Cordell, I'll do a psychic whispers.
Okay, with Jerry.
Yeah.
You see Jerry looking at you as you're doing your magic. He scratches his balls while staring you intently in the eyes, like, Joey?
Or are we thinking this is our entrance to the plane of water so we can go get Scare and Wave Chaser?
This is to the Fey Wilds to do the rescue mission for Wensley.
Right.
The roguey
So
mission.
We need to jump into the water off the tree.
Yep.
Alright, so I'm gonna do psychic whispers with Jerry, Baron, Cordell, and Edward.
Okay. As Cordell swan dives in.
Alright, 3 hours.
Okay.
And that's the freebie one. Alright, Jerry, hopefully you can guide the ship as you usually do.
You're at Jerry's head too! Oh, I'm used to this. Jerry do.
Gotta go and I do my leap though. The thing is, I have the ring of water walking.
Interesting. So you jump from the tree and you have the ring equipped?
He breaks his legs on him.
Well, the ring still lets you go under the water, but it shoots you immediately back up to the surface. Is kind of what the ring
But the
does.
thing is, I also have the ring of jumping. So,
Extra height. Boink.
so I don't know what would happen. Does that mean I can just easily bounce off the water and then realize, oh crap, this is kind of blocking me. Maybe I should put it either. I don't know. If that means I have to tell it to say no or.
So with the ring of water walking, as you jump, you sink in, and it's enough that you immediately flip into the other plane. Because it's more so the action than it is the principle of the water. And then it leaves Baron. Baron entering in.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Sploosh. Immediately, Garrett, you don't hear any psychic whispers no longer to Jerry. He is no longer connected via link. You hear him disconnect from Discord. And all of you are met with this super twisted woods as a dense forest where trees whisper secrets and ancient knowledge. The forest is very dark and the trees themselves are black in color. As you sort of are looking down the trees, all of you notice that there's tiny faces carved into the trees. And you get a little bit closer and you can hear them whispering, "The Dollmaker's house is this way, this way, this way. Don't worry about this. Everything's going to be fine. Bloombro that way." You just hear a whole bunch of just whispers coming from the trees themselves. As you're standing right before a path. One path leads to Bloomborough. The other path seemingly leads to the Dollmaker's house. And I want everyone to make a perception check.
Perception. Definitely one of my good ones.
30.
Garrett with a 30. Both Garrett, Edward, and Edgeward, you all hear, "Orange haired elf at the dollhouse. Orange haired elf at the dollhouse. That way." Leading you to believe that Wensley might be at the dollhouse.
Dollhouse it is.
Get a dollhouse.
Okay. As you... Oh, good. I'm a
I was
pulse
going
in.
to say, this is where Pat's going to say, and that's we're going to pick it up until next time.
No.
I want to kill something.
That's all you guys have in your your shopping session. So as you all continue walking through the woods, you are met with what looks to be a dollhouse that is rather large, stationed inside the woods. And on the door, it has like one of those little wooden signs hanging that says the doll maker.
And I'm like, wow, it's kind of a nice looking place. This could be the kind of house that I could see myself in. After the adventuring days are kind of over. And this needs a little more color though, and reset.
Yeah.
Garrett, I don't know what goes through your mind, but
It's the last place you'd want to live,
you
Garrett.
tell me you like a creepy fucking house?
Creepy dollhouse.
No. You know dolls are fucking creepy.
Yeah, it's fine.
I don't care about the dolls.
Not unless you get the elvish dolls from the black market. You know what I'm saying? I've had quite a few of those in my time.
I'll be honest with you. If you buy a house like this, Garrett, I ain't coming to visit.
I might if you got elvish dolls.
I'm sure I could get a nicer place than this.
Okay, that's better. You know, this is giving me vibes of Resident Evil Village.
I wanted to go for the creepy aspects of Fey Wilds.
Yeah. Fey is whimsical, but also can be very
try to
creepy.
do a jump scare on us?
Oh no, it'll be fine. So you guys are moving up towards the house, Mr.
Yeah.
I Want Combat.
Yes.
Oh no.
So as you guys approach the house, the door swings open, and it is like a very messy shop on the inside, and you are immediately greeted by somebody sitting at the table in the middle of the room. She looks like she's crafting a little doll. You see a woman that looks like a wooden Barbie doll.
Oh, come on. No.
Is she life-sized?
Well, yeah, she'd be about the same size as you all. And she is
okay,
currently
good.
crafting another doll.
The doll's taller than Garrett.
Yes.
Would I get a splinter down there?
Oh, you're wrong.
Most definitely.
Damn.
But as the doll maker looks up and sees the door open, she'll say, "Oh, hello. Welcome. It's been some time since I've had a visitor. The last person that came here was similar to you all, just with orange hair. You're welcome to come in."
Weasley? What's his name?
Oh, yes, that was his name. Wensley?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Weasley,
lovely gentleman. I wish he could have stayed longer. But you're more than welcome to come in and sit down if you want. And take a look around at some of the dolls and wares that I've created. I make many a talking doll, or you can even see some of my assistants.
They're not, do you particularly craft wooden dolls?
Oh, yes. Primarily in wood. As you would see probably one of the taller dolls that has no facial features. He peeks around. He looks like he would be looking at you where his eyes are, but it's nothing. It's just a faceless wooden texture.
Okay.
And
is that an assistant, or is that just like a one that we can purchase?
oh, this is my friend Woody.
Okay.
He's one of the assistants that I've crafted to help out around the shop.
Does he have a Woody?
He does not. He is like a Ken doll, like just down there. And then across the other room, you would see another taller doll that is also faceless in features. That is Barkley. And then you will see a little tiny girl featureless doll at the top of the stairs looking down at you. That is Burchetta.
Okay.
And that doll is about the same size as Garrett.
I got a question for our doll lady.
Oh, yes?
So, are you made out of wood?
Oh, indeed I am.
So are your boobs hard and pointy?
Why would you ever say that? You don't say that to a woman. Even I know that, and I'm terrible with women.
Hard as oak. Well,
So you say okay? So I got a question. You say you make talking dolls.
oh, indeed,
Are
yes.
they sentient dolls? Like, do they have their own personality?
Oh, they can be, yes. And some
Oh
of
my
them
God,
just talk and record and play
how
back
long?
sounds.
I would love to have a little sentient puppet buddy
Oh,
for
of
the
course we
ship.
could do that for you.
Oh yes, I need that.
Come on in, come in.
Ugh.
As she will say, "Oh, Woody, can you mind fetching some tea for our guests?" And you see him just like nod his head up and down before you hear it just as he's like walking across the floor, very unnatural. Like it's like he is having a hard time keeping himself up. But as she invites you in, she'll turn to Barkley. Barkley, can you fetch some chairs, please? And he will walk over and stumble and flop a couple chairs onto the ground for you all. Why don't you come take a seat and I can work on whatever you need? I'm just glad to have the company and tell you whatever you need to know.
Well,
That's
for
up to
starters,
you guys to sit. I'm standing.
Okay.
yeah, I'll sit definitely. Wait, is the seat gonna give me a splinter in my ass?
Not unless you rub your behind on it.
I have been known to rub my behind on some things. Well, anyways, well, I guess the first things first will be ask questions about Wesley. Wensley, there it is.
Oh, yes.
But he was here by himself.
Oh, yes, he came looking for Blueburrow, and he was keeping me company for a while. Lovely guy. Curly orange hair, tribal tattoos, a half-elf.
What's a Blueburrow?
Bloomburrow. It's a area where some animal individuals live. As the door closes behind you all, being inside of the dollhouse now.
I have my hands not like visible, but it's like at the ready to pull out my gun.
Okay.
It's not like you just think like
Kind of lines in
I just like I think something's gonna happen if something doesn't feel right.
Okay. Yeah. You have your pistol ready. All of you start to notice. All your passive perceptions are decent. You start to notice. You look down. Your arms are made of wood.
What?
What the hell?
Yeah, and then you look at each other and you notice all of your skin is turned to wood, and your hair is stiff.
Like, and I'm look down. It's like, no, it's just, it's not morning. No,
Oh!
It's not right.
I immediately pull out my gun and I aim right for her head.
Oh, we don't condone violence here, dearie. This is just playtime.
Fuck no, it's not.
I fake playtime. It's done. We're good.
Let's say, Edward. Immediately you start being lifted into the air, almost like somebody is grabbing you, like you're a Ken doll, and they're grabbing their arms around you and lifting you into the air. And the same thing happens to Woodina. You see her start to just float up into the air. It's just playtime. There's no need to worry.
I'm still shooting.
Okay. I want you to make an attack at disadvantage because you are currently grappled and restrained by this magical force.
How do I do an attack?
Just roll an attack and we'll see if it hits.
Oh shit, I rolled damage. Sorry, hold on.
It's okay.
Roll this.
That does hit the doll. There is no damage because the doll is not alive. You see it kind of damage the face a little bit, and it's still floating and talking to you. That wasn't very nice to come into my home. I just wanted some company.
We just wanted to play. I think we should just play with her.
No, there's someone here doing this shit to us.
Well, yeah, but remember she said that
I don't want to be a fucking doll forever.
she said that Wensley only stayed for so long and then he had to leave. So that's
But
some
how
news
do
that-
you know he
that's-
left?
well, because I don't know, because she was. It's a good question.
Uh-huh.
But
Do we
also-
see any
I feel
dolls with like curly hair?
like we could have been asking.
Good question. No, but there is also an upstairs part to the room that you cannot see currently.
Well, I still think we should have tried to like play along because remember the Fey Wilds are wacky, and just because we turn the wood inside this house, we could turn perfectly back to normal once we leave the house.
That's true.
Yeah.
Alright, I'll turn around and I will shoot the door. The doorknob.
The door. You shoot the door swings open, and on the outside, you can see it is no longer a forest on the outside.
Yeah. So
You look at the back wall where you're currently at, and you can see what looks to be a couple of Barbie dolls similar to Wadina's design hanging up behind her, like smaller ones. And when you look through the door, you can see the exact same larger versions of those dolls hanging on the outside of the current room you are in.
So I'm tripping now.
It's almost like you are inside the dollhouse within the dollhouse now.
Alright. I'm the only one floating, right?
Just you and Wadina currently.
it's like a pocket. It's like a pocket,
Um,
like a little area.
Cordell, stay with me. Edward, Garrett, Baron, go upstairs.
Are you trying to move, Edward?
I'm not. I'm staying here because I don't want to move.
You're also
calling up
Cordell,
commands
stay
for
with
that.
me. That's why I want Edward, Baron, and Garrett to go upstairs.
You'll see the little girl at the top of the stairs that has been peeking through the railings, looking down at all of you. You can't go up there.
And why not?
I was told not to.
Well, who taught you not to?
I don't know. As the little girl starts floating in the air in addition to Wadina, and she'll be put right next to Garrett. Go along and play now. Go along and play. As you see, kind of like mashing a Ken doll and the Barbie doll together. It's kind of like she's floating and turned and just mashing against Garrett a little bit, trying to nudge him. Playtime. Almost like somebody's playing make-believe with some of these dolls.
And I'm like, what's up? Going up? Oh, it's kind of hurting, but I'm like, wait, use this I told Baron and Edward, use this opportunity and go.
Okay. You two are going to try to break for it upstairs.
We're just gonna get immediately picked up. I
That's
can
1,
already
2,
tell you.
3. Are you trying to attempt to do it, Edward and Baron?
I mean, if it's what my captain wants me to do, I
Well,
have
also note you might have a Dex or a rolling save.
to. Well, that's the thing is my dex is.
Well, it may not be Dex. It could be anything. You never know what pack what goes through Pat's mind.
That's true. I mean, I guess I could go for it. Why not? I'll go for it. I'll be the good goon way. I am.
So you start to book it for the stairs to run upstairs, and you are going to see one of the other the dolls fly from where he was in the kitchen and try to catch you up on the stairs. So go ahead and make a dexterity saving throw as you're running.
Dexterity.
And that is now 4 things that are flying for your guys' knowledge.
You just roll like the deck. I think it says dex, right?
It should say save on the right side.
Oh my god.
You have saves on your right side
Oh, okay,
of your
I
main
see.
sheet. So as this doll, other larger man one comes flying, cuts you off at the stairs. I'm sorry, you can't go upstairs. You have to stay and play a little longer.
Okay. Is there a certain time frame that we have to place for, or
You see the Wadena turn her head and creak it over in your direction, floating in the air.
Dude, don't say.
Until she's happy, until she's satisfied. Playtime isn't over.
Who's she?
Oh. As she turns and looks at the door, you all instinctively look over at the door that is now open. You see a giant eyeball peering in to the dollhouse that you're in.
yeah, I don't want to piss off whatever that is. It's clearly on a higher power than we are. I'm just gonna say that right now. That's just me, though.
I want to piss it off, and so does Cordell. He wants to shoot something.
Yeah, we're in line to start shooting things.
Cordell, I will let you do whatever you like.
So let's just go ahead and put some of you guys where you would be here at this point, too. Boop. Edward Kenway is floating up here. Baron in the back here. Mr. Goonway got cut off at the stairs. And Cordell's here by the front door.
Alright. So, where was the eye that was looking at a minute ago? Was it looking at through the front door?
Through the front door.
Alright.
Oh, you're in prime position, though.
And he got a really good gun.
Alright. Yeah. I'm gonna take a shot at it.
At the eyeball, go ahead and roll an attack.
Yep.
The DC or the to hit is 17. As I'm gonna grab the NPC real quick. That hits. Go ahead and roll damage. Actually, currently at size, just roll your dice and I'll scale it down because this size is an anomaly compared to what you guys currently are. This isn't even considered gargantuan at this point. This is something beyond that because you guys are miniature.
It's like blowing up. That's all that hit the eye.
Sounds like the bullet's a speck of dust.
Yeah, you put a splinter in their eye. Like, ah! You hear this scream, and then you just see a large finger come up, itch it. So, 4 people are floating, and you saw a 5th hand. And we're gonna roll for initiative.
Oh, well. I wouldn't have been able to do that without me.
As the 6th hand,
My lord, I'm getting terrible rolls.
the 6th hand is going to lift up the top of the dollhouse. So you all can see outside, and you are currently inside of what looks to be a larger version of this dollhouse that you are currently inside. So, as this door, the roof gets lifted off, you hear the screams from upstairs. Finally, can someone help? Ah! This crazy lady won't let me leave. And you all now see there are 5 arms. 1 holding Kenway, 1 holding Wadena, 1 holding Burchetta, 1 at the front door, 1's holding the roof, and the 6th one is over there holding Barkley by Edgeworth. So let me roll her initiative, and I will show you what the doll maker looks like. Because the doll maker is a fun one. So I think throughout the door, now that the house is starting to open up a little bit, you all would see this larger barrel-chested woman with very bluish skin, 6 arms, and black sunken-in eyes with sharp teeth, almost like shark teeth.
Oh god, it's a fighting witch.
Oh, jeez.
And she will say, I just wanted to play!
Damn.
I say, are your boobs hard pointed?
So, Edgeworth Goonway, you are at the start of initiative here.
Alright. So our only
This is not
person
quite
to.
kind of
Are
what
we
I was
attack?
after.
Are we attacking arms or are we attacking her?
That is
'Cause
up
if
to
she's
you.
like gargantuan.
Where's she at on the map?
She's technically around the whole house.
Yeah.
So-
So we would be. I'm
Oh.
thinking we'd be attacking arms if anything.
I'll put her token at the door so you can roll the damage on it. And I'll put squares where the hands are currently.
Okay. Well, I need to get upstairs. So, I'm gonna attack this arm that's holding Mr. Barkley.
Okay.
I'm gonna whip out the old Schuster.
All right, go for it.
This is a time for the old blunderbuss.
You can just roll in the token at the bottom of the screen too. Very easy to hit. The damage is going to be minimal though. Okay. Don't roll the damage on the token. Just the hit. And I will scale it down. Otherwise I can just increase her health and that would work too. Whatever would be easier. Actually, we'll do that. I'll increase her health so that way you guys can drop it on the token. And then I can just apply the full damage. So I'll just put 0. And 20. No, it was 12. There we go. Okay, so you shoot the hand, and you just hear, "Growl! You hurt hand!"
Excellent. And then I would. Did she recoil her hand out of the way?
Let me make a con save for her. That seems in character. She does not. She holds it and she kind of shakes it and bangs it on the bottom of the stairs for a second.
She's not happy about that, but she is protecting that upstairs room very well.
As you hear Wensley screaming upstairs. Ah!
Yeah. Let's see, that was action. And then there's no point in even moving because Barkley's grabbing onto me, right?
No, he's just kind of cutting you off, so you can attempt to squeeze around him.
Okay, can I do that?
Yeah. Would you like to take the opportunity attack now?
The opportunity?
Yep. If you're going to try to go up the
Yes.
stairs. All right, so
Wait.
you start to move upstairs. And the hand is going to swing at you, holding the wooden guy. No! Boom!
This is gonna hurt.
So 8. It's a 15 to hit. As the hand smacks you and hits you against the wall. You can't leave. Playtime.
Spitting up blood.
So 5, 10, 15.
I just would
20,
yell from the top of the stairs up there. I'd be like, "That fucking hurt."
That hurt because like the moon or
No,
is that
because her size.
size? Okay.
She's enormous.
Yeah, so she deals extra damage while you're in the dollhouse.
Wait a second. Are there windows in this dollhouse?
There are.
Oh my god! Whoever is not floating right now, please shoot out a window and jump through it.
So, is that your turn, Edward?
Well, yeah.
That's
my turn.
It's a great call. The door is also still open.
Yeah, and the door's open too, even though she's like standing nearby, because I'm assuming whatever spell is in place is only in place inside this dollhouse.
Cordell. So anyway, I started blasting.
That's what I was just sitting here thinking.
You're a little pea shooter, though. That's the thing. It's not doing anything fucking damage to her.
So if I transition out of the door, we got a chance.
Possibility.
All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
And I completely forgot that she used her reaction just then to make the opportunity attack. Because otherwise she would have used her reaction to try to push you back into the dollhouse. So, as you run outside the dollhouse there, Cordell, you immediately grow back into full size and you are no longer made of wood.
There you go.
And you are standing face to face with this barrel-chested woman with these 6 arms. And she is still, like, you're a tall guy. She is still, like, twice your size. And she looks at you. No!
What's the cap in her ass, Bordeaux? Please. I say from inside the dollhouse as I'm spitting up blood.
Ooh.
That hits. So whatever damage you do, since I'm going to leave it like this, I'm going to multiply it by 4, because that's what I scaled her health to for the people on the inside. So you do 44 compared to the inside.
And what is that constant? Does it disrupt her concentration?
She is not concentrating on a spell.
No, like concentration on holding the stuff and everybody inside the dollhouse.
Second time. Oops.
23 hits. And I will multiply this one by 4 as well. 70, 72. 72.
18 times. Yeah. 72.
So
I'll
add.
take. That'll be my turn.
Alrighty, I'm doing the math real quick because I got to multiply it by 3 actually because it already applied the 18 once. 3, so it's 54. Extra 1. Yeah, alright. So you shoot her twice and she's looking like hurt, but she's not like at death's door by any means. She's just like, oh! And she's like kind of holding her with her 2 free hands now. She's kind of like recoiling and trying to block some of the damage.
So is she made of flesh and blood, or is she made of wood?
The actual doll maker is made of flesh and blood. She seems to be some sort of hag or fey-like creature.
Okay.
Yeah, she's a bitch.
So Garrett,
She's made a bitch, 100% bitch.
Alright, so,
So is Garrett
So-
now only a couple inches tall?
compared to her, he's like a pea.
So I see that, something I can tell at this point that this doll maker's pretty fucking massive.
Yeah.
And I was already worried about, you know, Owlman a few days ago. Super tall. So is there a window near me? Like,
Right above you, actually.
how high is it?
I mean, it's a normal window. I mean, actually, in these ones, they're kind of like lower to the floor, actually. Probably like a foot or 2 off the ground.
Oh, okay, so I can reach fairly easy. Alright.
Yep.
You're gonna jump through that window, buddy.
Oh, yeah. So definitely, I'm gonna use my bonus, definitely activate my ring of jumping.
Okay.
I'm gonna get a leap and kick my way out the window.
Okay. Yeah, you leap and dive through the window. Go ahead and roll an acrobatics check for me to see if you take any damage from the glass as you dive through. Which, as I think this is kind of the creepy part too, as you're running away, the little girl's like, "No, don't leave me!" And Cordell, you see her. The voice is coming out of the doll, but she's standing there mimicking the movement of the mouth.
Oh.
So as Garrett dives through the window, Garrett, you turn full size, and you can just barely see over the top of this dollhouse, and you can see her on the other side.
So how tall is she compared to me? Like,
She's pushing like 12 feet tall.
oh,
So
feel.
you're
She's like
so
a
you're like
extreme
the size of
basketball
her.
player, but she's
the
also
size of
massive.
that.
She's probably like 600-700 pounds because of
know.
how wide she is, with her 6 arms.
Alright, so here's the thing. So would you say like me jumping out the window is like my action, or?
No, it's part of your movement. You take 1 piercing damage, by the way, with your acrobatics check. You kind of dive through and avoid most of the cuts. You probably get like 1 little paper cut. You're like, ah, shit.
Paper cut. Or splinter cut.
Splinter cut, glass cut.
And so like, alright, so I'm gonna do this. My I don't know if this would be considered my action or still part of my movement. You decide. But I'm remembering that like, oh wow, she's tall, we're being small, and I'm like, and I'm thinking to myself, well, maybe it's time to play with someone your own size. So I'm gonna crank out a potion.
Okay.
I'm gonna crank out. Where is it here? Potion of growth.
Oh. Glug, glug,
I wish
glug,
I
glug,
had
glug,
that.
glug.
I was like, I'm a little sad because I was saving for something special, but I guess there's a good time for it. It's right now.
Inject a drop of that directly into my cock and balls.
Oh boy. So you chug the potion and you grow. And you're what, 3 feet tall?
I think it's like 4 feet.
4 feet. So you're 8 feet tall now because it doubles you. And you're still a little bit shorter than her, but you're like close enough that you can see her easy. And that takes your action to use that potion, I'd say, because it's an actual magic item. So
Nice, I think.
Well, since you're now our biggest member, I would love it if you could grapple this lady so she could get her fucking arms to herself.
Oh, that's a great idea. Yeah, I'm probably large enough that I could actually like. But I like now put my hands and. Yeah, that's a great idea. I don't know if I could do that now. I'll have to be my next.
unfortunately, yeah, I think that'll be your turn thing, right, Garrett?
I like the way
Action.
you're thinking.
Action, bonus action.
In my
I'm
turn.
thinking outside the box. I'm also very close to death.
Baron. Oh, you don't know the half of it.
I see what's going on outside.
Oh yes, 100%. And the roof is off, so you can see her like towering over the top of the of the dollhouse.
Alright. What are we gonna do?
Hey, you know what would be really cool? Do you have a teleportation spell?
Do I?
Yeah.
No?
No. Damn.
I can't see you. So.
No, I'm not talking about for me. I'm talking about for her. Teleport her inside the house so she shrinks. If the
Pick
magic
on someone
applies.
your own size.
Yeah, if magic applies to everything that's inside this dollhouse, then it would stand to reason even if she's a giant. If she was teleported in the house, she'd be a giant, but inside the house, so she'd be really small. I'm guessing. I don't know. I don't know how. I mean, and then even if you did teleport her technically inside the house, then wouldn't she expand and break the house, and we'd all be free anyway? I'm just thinking out loud. I don't know if this is possible.
No. I will. We're gonna do that. We're gonna twin cast Chaos Warp.
Okay.
I'm gonna target target captain for 1. And is she holding 3 dolls?
She is holding 1, 2, 3, 3 dolls and captain. Yep. And then the other 2 hands are currently free. Or the other 2 hands.
Try to target her.
Okay, yeah, you can do that. So you're gonna swap captain and the doll maker.
I will actually swap captain outside and then doll maker inside now.
Okay, perfect. Let's go ahead and
But
make.
you have to roll.
Yeah.
It's probably bigger.
She is one of the few of this creature that does not have advantage on magical saves. That's crazy. She fails.
No saving for you, bitch.
Where would you like to place her within the house?
Well, we can see her.
Where you no, like her distance from. I'll put her towards the door, towards Cordell.
Towards Cordell? Like right here?
Yeah, that way Cordell can see where she is, and then I'll put Captain.
So she does shrink down, but she is still considered a size large inside of her house. Her dollhouse.
Why would you teleport? Why would you teleport her right next to the door though? Because if she makes a break for the door, then
We can shoot her ass.
I know, but
And then where do you want Edward?
yeah.
Next to Cordell.
Boom. As Edward. I like that it's also like the tokens are not indicative of what you guys actually are. You're essentially 2 full-size grown men looking down a tiny doorway inside of a house. Now, like, it's the tokens are not to scale with exactly what's happening. You guys are essentially shoving your barrel of your gun down the hallway and shooting it.
I told you it was a good idea.
It's a great move.
No,
Boy, the tables have turned.
The turntables.
I'm like, holy crap, I'm now the tallest person in the party right now.
Baron, would you like to move?
Can I use some of my movement to move one of the dolls towards the
Which one of the dolls?
one that's right next to the doorway that you're.
Oh, the child doll?
That little girl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That one is being grappled by a hand, so you can attempt to wrestle it from the hand if you want.
No, that's that would have been my action. All right, then I'll move.
Wait, so she's been teleported inside the house. She shrank, but her arms are still holding the dolls.
Oh, technically, yeah, that makes sense. There's so much crap going on.
It's
It's like all hell broke loose.
As I said, that was my whole idea behind it was to like completely eliminate the arms everywhere, and have her in a location that we could.
So technically, yes, the doll is there, and it would just take half your speed to drag it.
I'll get as close as I can, so it's probably be right next to me,
Okay.
and that will be my turn.
All right, Edward Kenway.
You already know what I'm doing.
Putting the gun down the hallway and pulling the trigger.
I will do advantage because I will do steady aim.
Oh, this is going to be a lot of damage because she takes essentially critical damage. That hits. Go ahead and hold shift as you roll the damage.
Roll. Oh, is that sneak attack?
It gives you critical. It gives you automatic crit.
Oh, okay, so can I apply sneak attack still?
Yep.
So I hold shift.
And then drop the damage. Yep. And it'll roll a crit.
Holy shit!
62 damage. Yeah, not too bad on one shot.
Oh, what does my revolver do again?
She cannot heal until the start of your next turn.
Gotcha. That's all this.
So, that was your shot there, Edward.
Her badly?
It did a good chunk of her health.
Good, okay. That's pretty much my turn, I guess.
Okay. It is the doll maker's turn. I think she's going to get one turn before she is probably going... She looks like she's not the fighting type, I'll say that. She's going to use her bonus action to do doll swap. So all the dolls that are outside in the room behind you guys, there's a couple of them strewn out on the table, almost in a pattern similar to this room, with some of them hanging on the wall. You're going to watch as she appears behind all of you, standing on top of the table, and the doll, dink, 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 hits the floor on the inside of the dollhouse. That is her bonus action.
So she's back outside again?
Yep. And then she is going to use her action to cast a spell. As immediately it sucks in all the cold in the room, all the moisture. So, unfortunately, the two people still in the house automatically fail.
Who's the two people in the house? Baron and who?
Baron and Edward.
Edward.
And the other two there are going to make a con save. The other three. So, success. Okay, now we'll put the damages on. You all suffer.
Wait, but I also have to roll?
Yeah, I mean, it's...
I probably said the D2 and... Okay, so it's everyone.
It's everybody. I mean, it's spewing across the whole dollhouse and hitting everybody in this scenario.
I do have that cold resistance.
Yes, you do. Edgewood does not, unfortunately.
I'm out. I'm out.
You
Fucking cold.
ain't dead.
Yeah. So the doll maker will say, "All I wanted to do was play. Why does no one want to give me company? Is it the way I look?" And that will be her turn. Edgewood, go ahead and make a death save.
Death save. You just. Oh.
That is a failure, but also at the end of your turn, you automatically stabilize inside the dollhouse.
Is that made of wood? Inside the dollhouse.
She has protections on her house. Cordell.
Right. I'm going to do a cold shot.
Okay.
And this first one.
That hits.
Yep.
Okay, let me add some extra damages.
We're going to
She is definitely bloody.
do it again.
She is definitely bloody now. That one misses, unfortunately.
That's a miss. Alright, so I'm gonna move 1, 2, 3.
We'll say for the sake of this too, Cordell, you're only like 30 feet away from her. Because you're on larger scale. So you're just kind of moving to the side of the dollhouse.
Yep.
Okay. You can move further if you
So
want to.
she
You
can't-
can
I'm moving there so that she can't do something to push me back inside.
into the yeah. So you just sidestep the dollhouse completely. We can put you like over here if you want to, because technically you're still
No.
only like 30. But
where I was at was good. That'll be
fine.
good too,
okay,
if you want to give me the extra space.
that's fine.
There you go. That's my turn.
Alrighty. Garrett, you can see this. She's back on the outside of the dollhouse, probably about 35, 40 feet away from you at this point.
40 feet?
Yeah, at most.
Alright.
You can cut around the whole dollhouse if need be.
So right now, is the roof of the dollhouse open?
Yes, it is. And you can see from your vantage point, you see a little orange curly head carrot-topped elf that is made of wood in one of the rooms that looks like it was locked shut.
Alright, and do I see that Edgeworth is banged up?
Yeah, you see him, like, passed out on the stairs, pretty much, like, chilled over.
Alright, I see Baron. And I'm like, yeah, hey Baron, I think, I see an orange-haired doll in the second floor. Yeah.
While you're screaming in my ear.
There's an orange-haired doll in the top of the floor.
Lower voice, sorry. Okay. Yeah, I think what I'll do is I'm gonna...
It's a free... I'll say it's part of your movement if you want to grab a doll or interact with anything within the house. At least one of them. So if you wanted to pick up Edgeworth or the other doll or anyone else that's in the house, you can as part of your movement.
Alright, for now I think I'll pick up Edgeworth.
Okay. And pull him out of the house.
Yeah.
And as he does, you're lifting him, and you're like, all of a sudden he's starting to grow, and you quickly put him onto the ground. But thankfully, due to your extra size, you can actually kind of hold him. So, Edgeworth, you are out of the dollhouse, stabilized.
Nice. Can I tell he's like legitimately stabilized, like he's good?
Yeah, he seems like all of his wounds are kind of just cold over, almost like they're not severe. They've been neutralized inside the house.
Nice. Alright, for now I'm going to unleash. So you said the doll maker was like 40 feet from me?
Yep, I'd say about there.
Alright, so I'm going to use my action to attack the... No, wait, no, yeah, I'll use my action to attack. And you know, I might as well use my... I still have my bonus, so I might as well use my bonus to steady aim and then attack with Psychic Blade.
Okay. Steady aim. That hits. Sneak attack damage too. And then I will triple the damages. Because you guys are full sized.
And I'm right now 8 feet tall.
How dare you? Good damages. Okay. Alrighty. That's some good damage. She's looking hurt. She's like, I don't understand why no one wants to hang out with me.
Alright, that'll be the end of my turn.
Baron.
Alright, I'll help the doll beside me get out. I'll get out too.
The doll grows to full size. But this is not... It's still wood, strangely enough. This does appear to be one of her creations. Is a living doll. So that was your movement to get outside of the house.
You know,
I cast command.
Cast what?
Command.
Okay, what is your command?
Nothing.
You still got to deliver it.
It would have been grovel.
Okay. You can still step around the dollhouse if need be too, or anything you would like.
If I got extra movement, I'll grab our curly-haired friend.
Okay. You grab, pick him up out. He grows full size and gets plopped on the ground. Whoa, thanks, man.
You just answered my question.
And then I'll hide behind Garrett.
Oh, perfect. Basketball player. Is that your turn, Barrett? All right. Edward.
I was thinking, if we didn't get the curly-haired person out and we killed this person before, would that curly-haired person die with this because this is their dollhouse? You see what I'm saying? I wouldn't know
No.
if they would have got out.
I feel like he would have some type of magic or he would have just like appeared and then grown. I don't think he would have died with it because he wasn't. He's not a part of the house. He's just like a foreign object.
That is Wensley, by the way. Thanks, bro. That hits there.
Okay, do I
Edward?
get a critical again or no?
No, because you're both outside. Normal damages, and I will fix it
And
due
I
to
will
her
do my
health.
Sneak attacks. I did steady aim.
Yep. That is good damages.
Dead yet?
No, she's hurt, though. She's very hurt.
Alright, well, am I able to move?
Yeah, of course you can.
I just want to move, like, right over here. I just want to be in front of that.
So you take like a half a step. Like,
Okay, that's my turn.
she is going to throw up her hands and collapse onto the ground and bow and say, I'm sorry, I give up, I surrender. I apologize. What do you want? And she is essentially exiting herself from combat. No longer has the will to fight. You just see tears pooling down her face. And that will be her turn. Edward, you can roll a d20 and see if you wake up. On a 20.
I would love to see if I could wake up.
You are no longer dying, but
Shit.
you are still just unconscious. So Cordell,
Fuck.
you're met with this woman that is now groveling and crying and apologizing. Has given up the will to fight. It almost seems more lonely and sad than hostile, I would say.
Lecture her, Cordell. Sternly.
Just fucking shoot her.
You want to kill this deranged, insane woman who kidnaps people? Why would you ever want to do that?
Edward's evil,
I ain't
though.
gonna do it again.
Okay, listen, hear me out. From my unconscious brain, I'm projecting to all of you. She's now groveling to us. She seems like almost like childlike, like she acted out in anger because we did something she didn't want us to do. Now that she's hurting, literally, hurting, and she's about to die, she doesn't want to fight anymore, and she's apologizing to us, tears in her eyes, what have you. Is there anything positive to gain out of a being who can do these things? Like could we possibly, I wouldn't say extort, but could we get something out of a positive interaction from here? Not necessarily positive. Almost like hey, if you don't do something nice for us, then we will kill you, kind of thing. You know what I'm saying? She's clearly a magical being.
So we'll leave that in Cordell's hands, because I'm assuming one more shot will do the trick. So Cordell.
Exactly. It's something to take into consideration if you guys don't want to. I mean, I'm newer to this playthrough. You guys do whatever you want, but I'm just curious to see what all avenues hold. Because if she's dead, she's dead. That's the end of that.
I got my opinion, but I'll only share it if Cordell wants to hear because it's his turn.
All right, what's your opinion?
I say take her out of combat, put the guns to her head. She spills her guts and tells us everything we want to know. If he doesn't, pull the trigger.
Yeah, I am going to keep my gun trained on her, but what exactly is it that we want to know from her?
That's a
Because I
great
mean,
question.
I'm not really seeing the value of letting her live.
Oh no, I don't think we're gonna let her.
I hate to be completely evil about it, but yeah, I mean, I'm just not seeing the value.
My idea is to get the information. Please go in.
I was gonna say, like, maybe she has some type of magic that would be beneficial to us, like that could help us in some way. Because I mean, if she's able
We
to
also
turn,
gotta figure out how to get the fuck out of here.
that's also true. I'm like, I don't know. I'm assuming if she dies, it probably would just turn to not really, like, we wouldn't really have an issue. It probably would just, this whole little extra area of hers would just like dissolve, you know. Like
I
it would
say
cease to exist.
we ask the questions and then we'll take her out anyways. Because she might do this again. That's my suggestion. I leave that up to you because it's your turn. Do you pull the trigger now or do we question and pull the trigger?
I think we question her. I just don't know what we need from her. Because I think
We
that
need
Hunter
to know
is
how to
right.
get out of here since we got the guy we're looking for.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I think that if we kill her, we're going to be released because there's nothing left to hold us here.
We will be released from her trap, but I need to get out of the Fey Wilds to get back to our ship.
Yeah, there's a chance that she might be able, because if she's a being that can create like a little, I don't know, like a little magical area within one, maybe she has some knowledge of traveling between realms. It's something to consider.
All right. I'm going to tell her, you are at my mercy. So, what we want to know is, one, we want to know how to exit the Fey Wilds. And two, we want to know why you feel compelled to play these crazy games with other people instead of normal dolls and toys.
Yeah, kidnapping.
The first response is pretty easy to come. She kind of, there's a glimmering pool near Bloomburrow. If you dive in, you'll be taken back to where you need to go. All of the Fey in the Fey Wilds play their games and gimmicks. I am just a lonely doll maker, living my Fey life. And it's the nature of this place that compels us to do twisted and whimsical and strange things. Things that may not be normal to you. So I apologize.
When everyone's done asking their questions, I got one final question for her, but I want to do mine last.
So how do you propose to make amends for the lives that you have damaged?
I can help you in any way you need. Information of the Fey Wilds, from anything I could know. Guide you on the path you need. Provide you with goods, materials, dolls if need be.
Oh. I'm unconscious, so I can't make a comment. But you all know what I would be thinking. You all look at me. Unconscious. After he says doll, you'd be like, okay. You know, I'd be mad if you guys made me mess
He
that up.
wants those non-wooden dolls. You know that.
No, I would, like I said, I want a little talking, a little puppet man. I want a little puppet guy to be my little buddy.
He wants to own a hole.
What is your name?
That is a great question. My name is Marta Screamborough. I'll write that out. Marta Screamborough.
Oh, Marta. This is your lucky day. I have pity on you.
Thank you.
This kindness that I have shown you is kindness that you need to show to other people.
I certainly will.
Does
You
anyone else from the crew have anything they want to ask Marta?
As you
I have my last question. I was gonna wait till everyone's done.
Okay.
I'm unconscious, dude. I can't ask anything.
In 1 second here, Edward. As you sort of show the kindness in sparing her to Cordell, you see for a split second some of her teeth start to retract. You see pupils appear in her eyes. Her hair straightens and grows a little flower on the top.
Crazy how being nice to her is a positive thing for her. It makes her reciprocate. Almost as if somebody had an idea at the beginning of this fight. To be nice and play with her. You bunch of fucking simpletons.
Murder hobo.
So, Edward, what is the last question you had here?
Will you ever do this again?
I don't believe so, no.
We
Well, you're
literally
lucky.
beat sense into her.
I won't kill you. But Cordell might. That's all I know.
Wow. Cringe.
As I put it in Cordell's hands.
Cordell?
Cordell already said he was going to spare her.
I've already said that I said that I was not going to do anything else to her. I was going to let her live, and I expect her to return the kindness that I showed her to other people.
So you all are out of combat, and I want each of you to note on your character sheet that you have a good omen in the Fey Wilds. One good omen.
That's a good omen.
Oh, you'll find out later.
I didn't even have to use my spirit animal, Godzilla.
That's what they say. Because emotions are like emotions and kindness and all that stuff play a big factor in the Fey Wilds.
As Wensley's like, yo, that was fucking crazy. I think Wensley at that point would pop a potion and pour it in your mouth there, Edgeward, so you heal. Oh, someone already, no, never mind. 2d4 plus 2. 2. Wensley will pour it in your mouth, Edgeward. He's like, yo guys, thanks for the assist. That was awesome. I can't believe you guys did that. As you see this half-elf man with like black tribal tattoos and this messy orange curly hair.
I go up to him saying, I was instructed to find you.
Whoa, I'm glad you did, bro. That's crazy. I didn't know I was that important to have the whole search party sent after.
Damn, I'm also part of that mission.
Dope, bro. My name's Wensley.
Garrett.
Why are you so important?
oh yeah, I was doing something for the boss, and whoopsie, took a wrong turn, and put in a dollhouse. Kind of crazy.
What were you doing?
Oh, I was going to meet Bria over there in the Bloomburrow is what it was called. Yeah, a little rogue otter chick, and she was gonna give me something that I gotta take back to the boss.
Otter.
Oh yeah, otter.
What were you supposed to get?
Oh, I wasn't even told what that was, but Bria knows apparently that we're coming to get it. So
Well,
All right, well,
we're
we're
looking for
gonna
Bria.
get together now.
perfect, awesome, bro. You guys are freaking lifesavers.
I know you ain't leaving our site.
Oh hell yeah, I don't wanna.
Um, is it because I'm a conscious now? Is it worth our time for me to hit on this Fey lady to try and sweeten her up?
What?
You can certainly try.
Because I figure if I'm
Honey?
nice to her and stuff like that, maybe she'll revert to a form that's less unappealing.
Oh, okay.
Because if she's like grotesque and like, well, I mean, I'm also dragonborn, so that doesn't really bother me. Game is game. Plus, she got 6 arms. Imagine what she could do with 6 arms. You know what I'm saying?
The only thing you're
Yeah,
making me
take
think
Sar.
of right now
She has
is
6
fucking
arms.
Shrek and Donkey and a fucking dragon.
Yep.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, yeah, I wanna kill her with kindness right now.
So, what would you like to do?
What I'd like to do, I'd sweet talk her, tell her how nice her sharp teeth look, and ask her how old she is, and
Make
if she ever been involved before. You know what I'm saying?
make a persuasion check. And she's like, "Oh, darling, you don't ask a girl her age. Plus, I'm way older than you." And he's like,
I mean,
it's
fuck,
it's been
dude.
some time since I've had some company. I think like you're trying to sweet talk her, but there's still like aspects of her that are like really putting you off. You're like, like you're like, why are the boys making me dive on the grenade kind of moment? Like, but you're like, I put myself into this.
Yeah, exactly.
Why am I diving on the grenade myself?
For come on.
She's like, "Oh, you're such a little sweetie. You don't have to butter me up like that. I'll be fine. I just appreciate a little company every now and then, so hopefully you swing back by soon."
All right, yeah, for sure,
Oh,
absolutely.
and make sure you avoid the asylum on your way to Bloomburrow.
Why?
That's where they put the crazies at.
If there any crazy like you, baby, I'd be having to go there in a heartbeat.
Oh, you smooth talker.
Okay, well, anyways, what else? She's not like growing bugs on her or anything, is she?
No, she's just kind of like very big and barrel chested, 6 arms.
I mean, I was having fun with the bovine woman, so
Oh.
that's nothing out of the ordinary for Hedgie.
He's like, I like them big.
Exactly, big 6 arms. You get a lot done with that. Has my sweet talking changed her appearance in the slightest?
Not currently, no. Is she getting hotter so I can work on this a little more?
Yeah, exactly. Exactly, because I mean, or am I gonna have to go straight to Pound Town and see if she's doing better after that?
As you're met with a sand in a desert. Well, certainly be here if you come back to visit.
I just. Oh wait, a doll. You make dolls, right?
Oh, indeed I do.
Oh yeah. So what kind of dolls do you make? You make life-size dolls
Well,
with their own personality.
I can certainly do that. I can make smaller ones, some larger ones, and any talking dolls. And
So I'll get your guys' opinion, everyone else's opinion on this. Would you guys rather have like a full size, like man-sized doll or woman doll that is like a butler for us to like hang out on the ship, or do you guys want like a little monkey, like a little wooden monkey that swings around the ship?
that was grape shot recipes.
Yeah, Grape Shot's gone.
Yo.
That's a replacement.
We already got Jerry.
Oh my god.
Can you even consider Jerry a butler though? He's like,
No, he's calling him the monkey.
that's true.
Cuts to Jerry smashing a bug again on the ship.
Yeah. So I'm thinking maybe like a butler or something, and one that's like, we'll say one that's like female looking, elvish perhaps. I would love to have one of those. Could we swing back on the way and pick it up?
Oh, perfect. I can certainly do that for you. We can make the finishing touches later.
Yeah, that sounds pretty good. I'm all about finishing touches on wood. We'll come up with a name in the meantime too.
Perfect. Every doll needs a name.
Of course.
So.
Superb.
So?
That's all I needed for now. We'll come back and see you.
Oh, perfect.
Marta.
Oh, perfect. I look forward to more company.
That's good, but no dollhouses next time. You don't suck us into a dollhouse next time.
Oh, you're more than welcome to use the true front door. You can use the true front door next time, dearie.
I think he wants to use the back door.
So,
Could you imagine 6 arms spreading them cheeks? Good lord.
so, as you guys are finishing up here, would you guys like to head to Bloomborough down the path through the Whispering Woods? With your rescued Winsley.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Okay. So I feel like Wensley would be walking, and Baron, you're the one that pulled him out. So he probably comes up to you, Baron. He's like, "Yeah, you know I'm a half elf, right? That's my dad. He was an elf, and my mom was a carrot. That's why I got this. No, I'm just fucking with you. He totally loved gingers, though. Man had the demons in him."
Yeah, I mean, I can't blame him. My lady also has a sort of a rarish color hair.
Whoa, bro, that's dope. Let me guess, it's like purple, right?
No, this kind of blonde.
Gnarly. As you guys are currently walking down the trail through the Whispering Woods, you just hear whispers all around you, like, and then eventually, occasionally you hear some screams like, it's just like, it's off-putting. As you're walking through the woods, you see another tee off. The road that you're on continues on to Bloomborough, and the road to the right leads to the asylum.
She told us, my baby Marta told us to avoid the asylum, and she was kind of a bitch to deal with, so I don't think it'd be a good idea to go to the asylum. That's just me, though. I'm not sure what we could stand to gain from going there as of now. Maybe we'll find out more information. Maybe it'll be worth it after we go to this other place, Bloomborough,
Okay.
and then do what we need to do there and ask about the asylum.
So, you guys continue on. Outside of this area, the trail ends in kind of like it's an arch of twisted wood. Like the wood is twisted together to make a 10-foot tall archway. On the outside of this wood off to the left of the trail is another tree that is dangling over a crystal blue pond. As you continue walking through the arch, you immediately are greeted with what looks to be a massive tree that breaks through the treetops in the clouds above. And on this treetop and around the edges is a whole bunch of little houses that other animal people live in. As you all sort of look down at yourselves stepping through the portal, I want everyone to describe what their spirit animal is.
So, I thought when I originally heard this, I thought it would be like a companion almost. So I actually had a name for it and everything. So as soon as you put that in Discord, I looked down to my right and I saw Willow.
It's your cat.
And I was thinking a giant, chunky Black Panther.
Okay.
That's what I originally thought. But since it's going to be me, I'm not going to be a chunky Black Panther. I'm just going to be a panther.
So you look at your body and you have black arms with a tail wrapping around you as you are currently a panther person, a panther folk.
Wait, I'm already a dragon. Can I?
Edgewood, yours was a chihuahua, correct?
Yeah, I mean, I guess I could turn into a chihuahua still.
So as you look down, you have the little paws and stuff. You're a little bit shorter, and you're a chihuahua person.
Sounds good.
Garrett, what is yours?
Yeah, he's this brown rabbit.
Tucked back.
Like, whoa, what the fuck?
Yeah. You feel a little bit more springy in your step. And Baron, what is yours? Did Daniel decide?
Still trying to decide which one.
Okay. Cordell, as you look down, your arms are
Godzilla is fine.
scaly as you are a miniature version, because you still retain your size, of Godzilla. You do, however, look at your pistol is now in the shape of an AK-47, or what did you say was the gun? An AR-15. Your pistol is now an AR-15, and you are a lizard-like person, a lizard folk. Godzilla. As Baron, you see his sort of morphing between a couple of different things. All you can see for the moment is wings and black exterior.
A crow. Crow person. Or a raven. Probably a raven.
So?
What was that, Hunter? I couldn't quite make out what you were saying.
I said, if it's black with wings, I'm thinking it's either a crow or a raven, but it's probably a raven. Because ravens are regarded as some of the smartest birds, and barons are a little smart boy.
So, Baron?
Both. No, it's gonna be a vampire bat.
Perfect. So, as the wings spread out, Baron, you are a bat person, a bat folk. And you do gain a flying speed while in this form. As you all sort of look in and are checking out your new forms, in the distance you see what looks to be an otter jumping and running away on top of some of the buildings and fleet-footing around. As you turn and look off in the distance, there is a massive fire wolf walking up towards Bloomborough, and that's where we're gonna pick it up next time.
Damn. What did Wensley turn into?
Wensley is a fox.
A fox.
He is a fox person
Oh my
because it fits the orange.